to the face, yeah. She wanna stay. Singing to your bitch like I was Drake, yeah.
Don't just try to tell me you love me. Can't keep it real if you really don't trust me. Come with a real, you hit up in the front, so you get my meals. I'm gunning for the money in the bank. Come with a dank, scrolling that tank, rolling with the gang. You sick and I on the sideline tripping. I go to the hole with the rock like Pippin.
Yeah. I'm okay.
What up, though, and welcome to World Heavyweights Live on WoodwardSports.com. I'm Easy, joined by Justin Satawa.
What's good?
What's up, man?
What up, though? Hey, I'm happy to be here. I did say that I would rip a Spenmo Rax impression to start the show, so can I get the single cam, please?
Let's go.
Oh, yeah, look at my pecs. I'm looking nice today, yeah. All right.
Spencer for sure wants to fuck himself.
For a second, I thought Spenny was in the room.
I thought Spencer was in the room, too.
So, there we go. That's my Spenmo Rax impression. Thanks for the opportunity, boss. Have fun at SZA and Kendrick tonight. You deserve it.
What is wrong with SZA and Kendrick? A Tuesday night concert?
That's kind of insane.
That's just so disrespectful to the city of Detroit, to be honest with you. Like not even in the middle of in the beginning of the week.
Yeah. I think that Tuesday and Wednesday concerts are absolutely criminal.
Yeah.
Especially for a name like Kendrick. Like that's insane to me that they would put him on a Tuesday.
It's such a yeah, I guess we'll come to Detroit.
Yeah,
you know,
it is, and that's like mutually exclusive to like every genre of music. Like for me, like I enjoy EDM music, and then like jam bands.
Yeah,
they always like Chicago and Earth, Wind and Fire came on like a Wednesday last year, and then big EDM artists constantly. I went to a Tuesday of one of the biggest EDM artists in the Bay scene. It's utterly insane, and the disrespect for Detroit speaks volumes. But I also think it's just because there's no elite venue outside of LCA, and there's just a very niche capacity that Detroit doesn't hit. Does that make sense? Where there's
concert venues?
Yeah, there's just not a big enough venue that's in between LCA and then somewhere like the Fox or Meadowbrook or Pine Knob. There's just such a difference in capacity.
So I'm not a big concert goer, so I wasn't even aware that it was a situation here in Detroit.
Yeah, because
makes sense though.
For bigger
doesn't make sense. We're Motown.
For bigger EDM artists, and because that's where I have the experience, they struggle to find a really good venue because once you get to Masonic Temple, there's not really a bigger venue to go to that makes sense for you. For an EDM artist.
There's no in between.
Yeah, there's no in between Masonic Temple and LCA. There's no in between. You're just jumping up to the Fox or something.
But if you're a Kendrick, you're selling out on LCA.
No, if you're a Kendrick, you're selling out LCA. So if we're talking about Kendrick Lamar, why are we not having it on a prime day? But why is it not even a Thursday? Thursday's not even a prime day, and I feel like you can at least justify it. You're all right, Detroit is, in their terms, a B-grade city, because obviously they're coming on a Tuesday. What are we talking about here?
That's what it feels like.
So, I don't know. You could at least hit us with a Thursday, I think.
And your genre of music, I feel like they would aim for the Thursday, Fridays, because, techno started here. And techno is, the grandfather of, EDM.
Yes,
it's the
it
dada.
is. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Detroit feels utterly disrespected in many different genres. And it's...
disappointed in Kendrick,
especially because the roots here. I mean, we got Motown music started here. We had techno, like you said, started here. There is a soul aspect of the music scene that is bred in Detroit, and I just think that it's not being hit at the moment because of the fact there is not the correct venue to place a lot of the mid-level artists, whether it's at any genre.
That stinks. You're a big concert goer too, yeah. What's up?
If you even think about Sunday, the big Post Malone and Jelly Roll was on a Sunday, it wasn't on a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday.
But see, that's still better than a Tuesday.
Yeah, it is 100% better, but it's not
because you could take a Monday off and be a long weekend,
Yeah, you can, but I think the Kendrick and SZA thing, this one is big time disrespect once again to Detroit. I think it's disrespectful to anybody buying these tickets.
Yeah.
That's what the big thing is to me, or that I've seen.
Yeah.
It's just so Kendrick was just in Chicago. This, Kendrick and SZA were this weekend. So Chicago got the weekend one, and then if I'm not mistaken, it's Toronto getting the other weekend
Yeah,
one.
they're getting Friday.
Yeah.
That's what Chris was saying. Yeah. Love Kendrick Lamar. Big Kendrick fan.
Spencer's at Kendrick, by the way.
Yes,
that's
Spencer's
why
at Kendrick.
I thought we covered that already, but
No, yeah,
that's
you're
why I'm here, and that's
Chris.
Spencer's at Kendrick, and so is Chris.
Chris is at,
and that's
that
why we have
makes sense that
Skywalker in the
Chris
booth.
is at.
Shout out. I just found out Skywalker is working for the Michigan State recruiting department.
Insane that you didn't know that.
I didn't know that
I
either.
literally-
What the hell?
Kind of fucked up. I don't know
What
if I'm
the
more
heck?
mad at Spencer on that part or
What the heck?
Skywalker
Nobody
in that
listens
part.
to me.
Literally,
What the heck?
Never said it.
the second
Never said
conversation
that.
I've ever had with Luke.
Yeah.
And I asked him 2 different questions, and he literally just told me that. Like, I don't understand how you did not ask him anything about his background. Like, I understand Spencer brought him in, but, like, at least, like, have a conversation with the kid.
What'd you ask him? How'd it come up?
I asked him, like, what his sports were, and then he's like, football, and I was like,
We had that combo.
I was like, you like college football? And he's like, yeah, I work in the recruiting department at Michigan State. I literally just asked him if he liked football,
Yeah.
and he told me.
I've asked him if he likes sports. I asked him what he wanted to do here with his internship. Like, what was the goal? And that never came up.
He literally told me that he wanted to be able to create content while he was at state this year. Like that, you literally asked him what he wanted to do here. He literally told me he
That's
wanted
on you,
to do that.
Skywalker. What's up, bro?
I love it when you guys fight about it.
Maybe he feels more comfortable with me because I'm younger, and that
Or-
the fact that I relate to him more.
Everything's gonna be
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, another eat the clock up, fellow big. Juan. You know what I'm saying? Skywalker, let the audience know. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I mean, I work for the Michigan State recruiting department just for football, and I've been doing it since my sophomore year, so about a year now, and it's really fun. Get to meet a lot of really cool recruits and good players and all that.
So how long you been doing that?
It's been a year. I just started my first semester of my sophomore year,
Okay.
so.
And then you don't have to get into specifics, so you got like a fun part of it. But like, any dogs come through? You know, like,
We definitely get some like pretty good players. A lot of commits come too. So we host people for every home game day. So we'll get a lot of people, and I can't talk too much about it because a lot of it's confidential. But very cool.
Are you looking forward to the new leadership in Michigan State, and there might be some more cash to bring in some more
what's your take on that, Mr.
Because
Batts?
Lord knows they need it.
Yeah, new AD. That's what we're talking about.
Jay Batts.
I don't know. I didn't really pay
Bang,
too much attention. I don't know
Bats,
him too well,
man,
but
bats.
I'm hoping he can take this program somewhere good. I really like Coach Smith, though. I've had the opportunity to talk to him a couple times, and he seems like he really knows what he's doing.
He's a good coach, man.
So I don't know.
I really like him.
Though what did turn me off, but I'm like, okay, he's got some learning to do. Is like when he was like not politicking, but just like chatting it up with my Mr. Sharon Moore. Like, brother, this is our rivalry game.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to be over there fucking like ha 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 shaking hands. No, bro. Like you don't know what this is over here. Like we don't fuck with them.
No.
Like we don't have Ohio State. Michigan is the rival. Like we hate them. He's over there like ha ha yeah, it's my first year too. Like fuck that.
Yeah,
bothered me.
that was kind of wild. But on the note of Jonathan Smith, I do like him a lot, and I think that he had to kind of fall on his face in his first season because if you think about how he was coaching in the Pac-12, like no one really wanted to go in the trenches with him and really just mash with that Oregon State team. And they made a living doing that and being the better offensive line team. But then when he came to the Big Ten, that's what the Big Ten is built on. So I just think that there was a style struggle where I think he really needs to see his guys come in where he could start to command the offensive line the way that he did at Oregon State. And I do think he is going to be successful. He is a great coach.
Also, I think you saw the same thing with Jonathan Smith in that rivalry game, the same way you saw it with Dusty May in basketball. It's the introduction to the rivalry. If you already are established, which Sharon Moore was there for a few years prior to becoming the head coach, you know what it's about. And Dusty May did not know what it was about in basketball, clearly, when they got smacked a couple times by Sparty. And, the Jonathan Smith got smacked in football.
Yeah, you got something to say post game, in the handshake. We don't say anything at all. Am I weird about that? I mean, you go to Michigan State.
I hate Michigan so much. Like I absolutely hate everything about them. My sister goes to Michigan, so it's a little hard, but I don't know. I can't stand any of them.
I'm with you on that one. Well, working here and meeting Braylon's kind of lighting the blow. And I didn't go to Michigan State, so it's a little different for me, but it's a rivalry, brother. You can't be over there fucking politicking. That's just absolute horse shit. But anyway, I want to go into the NHL because we got you here. Stanley Cup Finals last night.
Oh, yeah.
Oilers got drilled.
Yes, they did. And
David got hurt.
It was clown today because I want you to guess what the reaction was for most of the people on the morning show. Just take a wild guess. I want to just gauge your and then I want to hear your I know you're not the biggest hockey guy, and I want to hear Nick's opinion on the games as well before I go into it because I want to hear how Nick's feeling about the series.
I am a McDavid guy. I know Florida's a little bit of a super team. They won the cup last year, and they had Marchand. I just feel bad for McDavid in a way. And I don't know if I'm soft for that. Maybe I should expect more out of him because he's supposed to be and he's called McJesus. And that's an insane nickname to carry. You have one yourself. But, yeah, I don't know, man. What happened with the injury? I know he came back, but, is that worrisome at all for the McDavid crowd?
I mean, there definitely is an aspect of worry from the McDavid crowd. But, Nick, how are you feeling about the series? Do you think that the Oilers can bounce back from this? And then I want to see your opinion, and I'm going to go tell you about what the morning show is feeling.
Yeah, I have not seen what the morning show said, and to be honest, I turned this one off. I was locked in pretty early, but this one got turned off. I was a day off for the Tigers. I was like, all right, let me just take a fucking break. I was watching Tigers 2. Shout out Shane Gillis. He's hilarious. But the start of this one and the first two games, I was locked in. And this is some of the best hockey I've ever seen in my life. Just how great both of these teams are. Genuinely, it's like I've never had more fun watching hockey. At that point, I turned it off because it was a blowout. But, yeah, I think they still have a chance. I just think they absolutely dominated that game last night after, the first period.
So I'll say Flannel probably freaked out. I know he goes overboard.
No. It was actually the opposite. Everyone was saying Flannel, Chase, my intern Ryan, they all thought the Oilers are still going to win in 6.
I don't know if the Oilers will still win, but I don't think the Panthers are winning in 5 or anything. Are you saying Florida in 5?
No, I'm not. I said Florida in 6. I'm just saying, that's what this series entails for the Oilers. They are going to get killed every single game physically. The way that the Panthers are playing right now, they are going to win this series. They are playing at an unbelievably high level. The way that they are able to execute their game plan on the Oilers. You see Jake Wallman, shout out to that dumbass, shooting water over the boards at the Florida players, and he's trying to take cheap shots when he's just getting his ass kicked cleanly. Straight up. Panthers are just malicious. They Sam Bennett's goal. He blows up 2 guys, then gets a breakaway, and then scores. That is the epitome of Panthers hockey. They put you in a chokehold where you can't breathe. You can't do anything. You can't even let McDavid's legs get going. So let him be great. Yeah. And that's where the Panthers are just going to ultimately, as the series continues to go on, like you said, McDavid left the game last night. It's just going to continue to wear and wear. And you saw them after the game. People were like, oh, this looks like 2 guys who are about to go ghost mode and go absolutely insane and win the series and come back from this. All right, sure, I'd love to see that when Florida is just the better team. This is hockey. The better team prevails most of the time, and that's what the Panthers are. They have better goaltending. They have better forwards, and they have better D. Through and through, star power runs the league, but it doesn't run the league when they have star power so deep on their roster where Brad Marchand is a third liner. That is a first liner for 3/4 of the NHL.
Is he winning the Conn Smythe?
I think Sam Bennett's going to win the Conn Smythe. Sam Bennett is on a tear. He's added probably $3 million to his salary in this offseason. He has 19 points in this playoffs, 14 goals, Panthers franchise record. I mean,
yeah, Panthers are deep. When they added Marchand, it was an eye opener. All right, they're serious.
Yeah, they always. I picked them to lose to Colorado. There was a whiff on Colorado, but I mean, man, you knew that team was coming out of the East. Yeah. The Panthers are just, and yeah, they're unbelievable for real.
Chuck. Yeah, I want McDavid to get a ring. I want to be able to say I watched one of the greatest do it.
It would be a crime if McDavid does not win a ring in his career, but I think he will at some point.
I don't think it's happening this year.
They have to, like, the Oilers really have to just look at their roster and realize, like, we just need to bring in a goalie and competent D. Like, we don't need more offense. We need defense. Like, if they go,
Corey Perry started. He's been in the league since I was like fucking 10.
Well, he's also cursed. I mean, that he's lost 5 straight NHL finals in a row. Like, he's cursed. Like, I mean, and if he loses a 6th, like, they should just ship him out of town for his bad juju. I don't know what to tell you.
I'm not mad at that. All right, we got to go to break, though. Tell us about Vin Johnson, Nick.
Yes, justice. It just means different things to different people. But whether it's a settlement or a verdict, justice is always worth the fight. If you've got a case, contact the fighters at Ven Johnson Law today and get the justice you deserve. Tough, tenacious trial lawyers. Ven Johnson Law.
Love Woodward Sports? Love wearing clothes? Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in the clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
I think you won. David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Planet Fitness with over 50 plus locations in the Metro Detroit area. And look, I mean, they're the OGs of the fitness game. They have great machines. It's easy, it's clean, it's fast. They have places all around the country for you to go get your workout, whatever type of style you have. If you want to lift weights like Spencer does, you want to run miles like Neil does, it's all yours at Planet Fitness, even the stretch zone. So make sure you get the black card as well, get their unlimited benefits, and yeah.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits live on sports.com. I'm Ease, joined by Justin Satawa, a.k.a. Juices. Smash the like button, be friends, tell a friend. We got Skywalker in the booth, Nick Kohloff. I kind of want to get to, like, we obviously we're talking about Za'Darius Smith stuff. That was fucking awesome to hear. Because I've kind of been like, nervous about it, not sure what's going on.
I'm one of the under the table deals. Like, he just doesn't want to sign it until like OT, like after like all of these like BS workouts.
Yeah.
Like, well, he's a vet. Like, he doesn't like he's gonna
coming to it halfway through training camp or something like that.
Yeah, like I just feel like it's gonna be somewhere in there. Like I'm not worried about it at all.
Yeah.
Like, I think that it's just like in the waters.
All right, let's do it then. Za'Darius Smith last night was at the BET Awards with his girl Cash Doll, shot out. And they asked him what's going on. You know, you come back to play for the league, and he's absolutely love to. But he wants to be here in Detroit specifically. Gave praise to the coaches, gave praise to the front office, which is beautiful for me to hear because obviously it kind of sucks to have like $17 million freaking dollars on your plate, and then you get cut.
Yeah.
And then it's gone. I would feel a little bit salty about that. Not only that, like, that man went out and purchased a whole NFC North Detroit Lions style ring with his own. I mean, I don't think they get those. I don't think it's a thing. Is it? Do they get rings in the NFC or like when you win a division?
So.
I don't think. I'd be pretty stupid if you did.
I don't know. You don't get no ring.
He went out and purchased one himself, or maybe a fan gave. I don't know what that was. He obviously wants to be a Detroit Lion, and that's good for me. And I'm with Justin too. I think when he does sign, it'll be like a veteran type situation where it's like, I'm not trying to go through all this bullshit in training camp. I fucking done it. I've been a Pro Bowler. I've gotten double-digit sacks. I've done everything there is to do in this. As a matter of fact, he said that last night. I've done damn near everything there is to do in this league except for win a championship. That's what he wants to do here in Detroit. He's going to come probably the last week of training camp, and I think he will be a Detroit Lion. And I've been a guy that's been like, I don't know. Brad kind of fucked him on $17 million. He might be salty about that. No, he's last night wants to be here in Detroit.
Yeah, I mean, it's
amazing news.
What you want to hear from a guy who seems like he wants to be here. He's a culture fit. He seems like he's the perfect pair on a very cheap deal that's going to be low commitment, low risk, especially when you're $14 million over the cap next year, so you're not looking to make long-term commitments. And that's the issue with going after the Trey Hendricksons and the TJ Watts of the world. Like, I know FanDuel proposed that trade today, and all right, well, he's looking for a long-term deal. They both are. So where are we going to find space for that? We're already trying to figure out ways to pay Anzalone. We're already trying to make sure we can re-sign the rest of our guys.
Yeah,
so at what point is it just like, all right, why are we even doing this? Like, and I get it. There's a part of the fan base that is 100% over all these trade scenarios. And I completely get it, because what are the odds that TJ Watt would rather have a one-year deal with a contender, or like a real contender, or be locked up by a mid-level contender that's not on the level of the Lions, where he can truly elevate him maybe to close to the Lions level, but not necessarily there? Because real contender, like the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, the Bills, like who is going to really give TJ Watt a long-term extension as an aging superstar, where if you do give him a long-term deal and he does end up being injured, he's been hurt the last couple of years a few times,
it's money, dude. Like, he's not.
Yeah, like, this is a money move. Like,
it's a money move. And the Detroit Lions are not giving up assets to then pay somebody. They hardly pay anybody. Anybody that's not on the Detroit Lions already, anybody they don't already have a relationship with, do not get the check from Brad Holmes and company. They just don't do that. That's not the way they do business. It'd make absolutely zero sense. You have yet to re-sign Hutch, so you're going to give out money, give up assets first and foremost, like top tier assets, because that's what TJ Watt is at this point in his career. Top tier asset edge rusher, one of the best in the league. Give up that and then pay him money after you haven't taken care of your guy in-house. Makes zero sense at all. I'm not entertaining bullshit like that. The Trey Hendrickson stuff, same situation. Like, that's, again, guys holding out for money. I don't know if anybody knows this. As put right now, in 2026, according to Over the Cap, the Detroit Lions will be last in cap space next year. Now, there might be some flipping around with that in terms of, like, renegotiating contracts with Jared Goff, renegotiating contracts with Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. They all signed huge deals 2 years ago. But we don't know if that's certain for sure. Like, I think they might – I don't even know if Enzo gets paid, to be honest with you. I want him to. I don't know if it happens.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know if you guys know this. NFL cap space, like, what's not used can roll over to the next year. The Detroit Lions may need this $40 million just to operate next year in terms of signing the draft class, filling whatever free agent positions they need to do. I'm not saying top tier guys, because obviously that's not happening. Last place in cap space next year. I think they may be looking to make very, very, very minimal changes this year with that money, and most of it's going to be used in next year's cap space.
I'm kind of in the same spot. Like, as much as I enjoyed having Za'Darius on our Smith, we got to pay Anzalone, we got to pay Hutchinson, we're going to have to pay J-Mo. Like, we got so much money that we're going to have to spend that we might as well run it out with, Marcus Davenport or whatever. Like, our D-line is already solid enough where we probably don't need to go get a Za'Darius Smith, even though we want him.
Because of Marcus Davenport? Is that what we're saying there, Skywalker? Because of Marcus Davenport, we're not going to do it? Because if that's the case, I am completely against that. Marcus Davenport cannot be relied upon, fellas. Straight up. He can't.
You are reverting. I thought we converted you.
I was never converted, and I never will be. Head down.
Wow. I believe in Marcus Davenport.
Za'Darius, that's crazy. Skywalker, he is not going to play. He won't play more than 8 games this season. 8 games would be lucky out of him. If you're going to tell me that Za'Darius Smith, and I am fired up about the comments that he made last night.
Yes.
You're bringing in the guy that was 18th in the NFL in sacks, and he's willing to not go over and above in the contract. Yes, I'm bringing in Za'Darius Smith every day of the week, because you know what? Za'Darius Smith is reliable.
Yeah.
And Marcus Davenport is.
I think it will happen. It'll be for the right price. He's not gonna price himself out of that situation. He wants to win. I mean, I have the quote. I'll find it if you guys want. Literally says he's done everything in the league except for win a championship, and that's what he's here in Detroit to do.
Exactly.
I'm still a veteran. He's still a young guy with him. I can help him a lot. He's talking about Aiden Hutchinson here. He's already a great player, but as a player, there are some tools that I know I can help him with, and there are some things as a young guy he can help me with. I'm looking for the quote. I'm going into year 11 as a veteran. Is the only thing. The Super Bowl is the only thing that I'm missing. Smith said. I did the sacks, All Pro, Pro Bowl. So it's really just me getting a ring now and winning that championship. I think he'll come to terms with like whatever discount deal. I mean, now also your girl's got Brett. Like, you're with Cash Out. You're not just with some girl like you got to provide for her. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cash Out's got her own bread. If that situation works out, like, you don't have to worry about having the extra bread from the Detroit Lions or the NFL. Go get that ring and get it with Detroit. I think having him here with Marcus Davenport, that's the most ideal situation, considering the fact that he's old. And I'll do respect. He's a little bit older, 11-year veteran. And the fact that, again, Marcus Davenport, as much as I believe and want him to be healthy all year, what's the reality of that happening, Have those guys share the workload.
I completely agree, and I also wouldn't rule out the fact that if someone on a one-year deal, let's say TJ Watt, the Steelers, happen to them and they're out of the contention, or the Bengals
trade?
Yeah, like they're going to become available. Like, I mean, this isn't the time to be trading for those type of guys, though, in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
It's the time to do it when their value's completely depreciated and the team is looking to recoup any amount of assets that they can for them when they know they're going to walk. I feel like at that point in the season, those types of players are going to have a clear eye on what they are going to do in their future, whether they're going to explore other options or if they're going to stay at their teams. And that's the time where I feel like you can make a move like that. And
you're saying no Za'Darius, wait to the deadline.
No, I'm saying go to get Za'Darius.
Okay.
And then sit and wait and go with Za'Darius and Davenport, and then you just see who's available. Like you're saying, like, if a premium pass rusher comes available and he's not interested in re-signing with a team, you wouldn't give up a third or fourth rounder for him just to give this pass rusher. Like, I don't know. I think that there's a lot of validity to trying to wait and not just spring the gun, because you're not going to sign Za'Darius. We cut him for $17 million, correct?
Yeah, we say
So if you even give
10
him
this year, 7 next year, like a void situation.
Yeah, so like we're talking about no matter what we sign him to, it's going to be less than that.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a differential where we're going to be able to, and we still have like the fourth most cap space in the entire NFL. Like, we're going to be able to, like, that's not all just going to magically get filled.
Yeah.
Like, even if you do go after Za'Darius Smith, like, we're still going to have $20 million in cap space to make a move at the deadline. Like, there's no, like, we got to make a move now.
I think they want it for next year. I think they're going to save it for next year, to be honest with you. But
wait, how would they save the cap for next year, though?
It rolls over. So any unused cap from, like, the following year, you can roll it over into next season. It's because we might be dicked next year. You might need that just to operate. But you could still sign Za'Darius Smith and have that little extra rollover. You know what I'm saying? Like, the way I see it right now, and listen, on the heavyweights, we've called many things before. We're not Braylon Edwards. We're not Ryan. Like, we're here because we fucking ball knowers. All right? The way I see it, the way that Za'Darius was speaking last night, and the way that Brad Holmes didn't make any move outside of Ahmad Hassanin, who was very much a developmental piece, I think him and Za'Darius have a little pocket plan in place. And I think he does come back. And I think it's around like training camp. And it'll be for quite the discount.
I completely agree.
Like, you want a Super Bowl contention. You did not address that side of the offensive or defensive line opposite of Aiden Hutchinson. There's no way you didn't have a plan. I think that plan has been Za'Darius. We have to wait.
Brad's been the man with the plan.
Yes, he has.
He always comes through when he needs to. I mean, we needed an edge. He brought us Za'Darius last year. As he probably will just do it again before the season starts. I mean,
yes. My bad. I'm seeing some recipes. No recipes, my boy. All right, he's alive. He's at the worst Tuesday night, middle of the week concert. I mean, thank God for him. He got to wake up to 9.
I heard the beginning of BDE. They were like, not a chance. Spenny's here on time tomorrow.
I mean,
he's like, I'm setting my alarm.
The good thing is, though, he's not like out with a big group getting wasted.
He's just going himself.
Yeah, maybe
That's
it's
cool.
chill night.
I wonder if Chris will pregame there.
Oh, Chris can't hold his liquor for shit.
I remember before the Piston game, I think he was rooting for his pick before the series more than the game itself.
Dude, it was
he was loose.
bad. Oh yeah, remember?
Yeah.
You recorded this social video.
Yeah.
You had to do like 3 takes.
Yeah.
Your dad was like, "Yeah, this guy's."
Yeah, that was Cloud. Yeah, he was loose. That's for sure.
Because you were kind of off signs, Za'Darius Smith. Where you at now at the end of the conversation, Skywalker? You kind of down for the discount or what?
I mean, if we can get him for the right price, of course I'd like to have him back on the team. Yeah. I'm just trying to think bigger picture of what we need to do in the future. So if we can get him for like a 1-2 year contract that's reasonable, of course we should bring him on. Like, he was a great player for the Lions. I just don't know how realistic it could end up playing. And also, like, I know we're talking about Marcus Davenport, but I feel like you don't keep a guy like Marcus Davenport if you don't believe in him.
Yeah.
You know, like I feel like he'd be out of here by now if we weren't just gonna play him.
When he's healthy, he's fucking good.
Yeah.
He's so good when he's healthy. Like, just a little bit of tape down, like he's just a massive fucking strong ass human being. Like, he's got no other move but the bull rush move. But that's because he's got it down packed. Like, he's a monster of a human being.
Tank.
That's exactly what you want opposite of Aiden Hutchinson too, by the way. But again, get Za'Darius Smith, alleviate him from some pressure and his joints and all, because this guy clearly can't stay healthy. And I know we joked around. I don't believe that Brad Holmes believes he'll stay healthy. I think Za'Darius Smith is coming. I'll admit the truth. So, like shit I was saying before, after hearing Za'Darius Smith talk last night, and obviously he wants to be in Detroit beyond the championship. His girl's from here.
Yeah,
she's pretty fucking hot. So Za'Darius Smith probably gonna be a Detroit Lion this year. Shout out to Cash Style. She probably secured it for the boys. We do gotta go to break though. We're well over it. Tell us about that merch, Skywalker. The fresh Detroit Lions.
All right, you already know. Follow. Wrong one.
That's all right. You tell us about socials.
All right, we're talking socials. Make sure to check us out on all our social platforms. We got YouTube, Instagram, X, Facebook, TikTok, Twitch. Go give us a follow. Go support. We'd love to have you.
Congratulations to the real coach of the year, Motor City Dan Campbell.
Just put your head down and go to work. It's about to be fun, man. It's about to be fun.
Woodward Sports.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball is gone. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
Les Stanford. Buick and GMC has great offers for everyone. Get a 2025 Envision Preferred AWD for only $259 per month, or try out the 2025 Sierra Double Cab Elevation for only $169 per month. Don't forget about the 2025 Hummer EV SUV for only $699 per month. Get to Les Stanford today and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford, Buick and GMC, lesstanford.com, or scan the QR code to my right. Hopefully.
What up, though? Welcome back to It's Live on Sports.com. I'm Easy Joe, my guy Juice, a.k.a. Justice Ottawa. Make sure you follow my guy, all right? Follow Nick as well. He's covering the Tigers. Skywalker, you just don't use your Twitter.
Yeah, not really.
What's up with you? Is your generation just off Twitter or what?
I don't know. I never really set up a Twitter.
Yeah.
You know, I set one up for like high school sports and all that, but I just never ended up using it.
Yeah, it's not big. Like it's not big, but then
requires
like,
reading.
when I came into like journalism, I realized like that it is the platform for. So like it kind of just like flipped. I was like, damn, I really gotta start posting on Twitter.
I fucking love Twitter.
So yeah, I've become an avid Twitter user as I have started working here.
It's phenomenal.
It's all right.
Nick uses it for his
Red Wings fan base. Could use some work.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too.
Like
yeah,
I'm
you
not
can
in
catch
the
some.
Colts of Tigers Twitter yet, so
What'd you say?
A long ways to go.
Oh, you're not.
The
Dude,
Colts.
how are you not, dude?
Yeah.
I'm in that. in that ish for the Red Wings, dude. It is
there's
brutal sometimes.
There's a lot of hatred towards the network sometimes of the Colts of Tigers Twitter.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Few of the big guys, yeah.
Who have we? Well, that's different. That makes a little more sense.
Yeah.
I think talking about the actual fan base in itself.
I think it's more like the top dogs of Tigers Twitter.
Yeah.
Like the Jed UK coming into town, and
that guy.
He has been a known Woodward hater.
I personally,
I'm not a Jed guy. I'll come out and say I'm not a Jed guy. Like he goes out of his way just to try to make look cool.
No.
Like if you don't like shit, you don't gotta say nothing. Like shut your fucking mouth. Yeah, I don't know. It's just lame. It's loser shit. I'm glad that I started here earlier on, where I was able to develop relationships with a lot of these guys before it became like a F Woodward thing from a lot of those people, because we're pitchers or whatever the hell it is. I don't know.
Dumb as hell, but
not a Jed guy.
I personally
think he's a pussy.
Don't think that you should be famous just because you're a fan of a team from a different country. I think that there's a difference between why Pistons Jack and the
Jack
Pistons fan from Korea are like, they are very good content creators.
Yes.
Like I love their content. I think that they're great. I just think that like it's different for Jed.
Yeah.
And I'll just say that I'm not in the business of getting into any beef with anyone, but I personally.
I mean, fuck Jed.
Okay, well, if you're just gonna come on and say it, but I just don't think that like you should still have to produce good content.
Yes.
Like the rest of us have to, like, because we're all fans.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything personal against Jed. It's just like we posted something and he's in the comment like, this is a weird post. Like, get a fucking life.
No, yeah. If you are unless you're like just like a funny troll, like in the Woodward comment section, I love funny trolls. I actually hate you because I literally get notifications for it all day, and it is excruciatingly annoying. Like, I mean, just straight up. Like, I actually, like, there's a bunch of Twitter accounts. I won't name any of them, but I legitimately have hatred towards you because, like, I constantly am seeing you just, like, bash on the network for no reason. Like, we'll put out a trade, and it will be from someone else, and they'll just be like, oh, this network sucks, dude. Like, oh, they're so – this is such a joke. Like, it's literally so dumb, and, like, I just have to sit there all day and get comments about it. Like,
top-tier rage baiting.
Yeah.
It's working.
That's my social media rant for the day, I guess.
Social team Justin.
God damn, dude.
I mean,
but there's some funny ones out there. Like there's the
I love the funny trolls.
There's a Red Wings one, and he just commented like for a week straight after someone tweeted you're weak, strong. Yeah, like that was like, and he just put it under all of our posts for like 2 weeks.
A lot of baseball ones got
was
that
hilarious.
Yeah.
Like that guy, hilarious. Like we were sitting in the back, me and Spencer, and we were like, this guy is hilarious. He just will not stop. The commitment to the bit. Like me and Spencer would like every single one of his comments too. Like it was so awesome. Like I literally, oh my god, that was peak. Like that guy's peak troll. Like if you're gonna do it, like do it in a funny way. Like have a good bit. Like I think that some of the hobby trolls are funny. I think
Hallelujah.
like the people that are just like, oh, you guys are trash. Like under like any post that does well, is
get
just
a
like,
life.
Like literally, like just block us then. Like But like and then they still follow us too. So they're like they still follow us just to like talk ish. So like thanks for the follow, man. Like you're still helping us with your hate comments.
The part about it that's like ridiculous in my opinion as well is like, as a Detroit sports station, anything like it's our job to provide Detroit sports content. So if an article is written, no matter how ridiculous the trade may be, it's our job to provide it to you. It's what we got to do. And like if anybody that disagrees, fill out an application. Like let's see what the fuck you got. That's like when people complain about a segment. All right, got 2 hours. Let's see what you got. I need 6 segments out of you. And you also make them entertaining segments. Don't try to fucking sneak in. Michigan Panthers win a playoff game. Nobody gives a fuck about the Michigan Panthers playoff
Literally.
game. You know, like don't try to sneak in soccer. Like don't no. Give me 6 straight topics to keep an audience engaged.
Exactly. Like
people speak on that don't have any fucking understanding or experience in it at all. They're just talking shit.
And like my favorite sport is hockey, and hockey is easily the 4th most relevant sport in the city. Easily, even college football
right now,
rivals like hockey at its highest point. On a weekly basis. So for me, you can't spend 2 hours talking about hockey unless it's like It's literally in the middle of July when it's NHL free agency.
You guys are killing it.
And
though,
thank you. Yes.
Yeah, that was
and that's
impressive.
where I'm going to. Check out Woodward Wings, 10 a.m. every Saturday.
You like that?
Yeah, I do.
You like that?
Me, Spencer, Flannel Sam, great crew. We have a great time. And
Let him cook.
That's where like you have to have a separate entity that is for hockey that people can tune into that are wanting hockey talk every week, and it can't take up like a majority of a show because there's just too many things that are more relevant than hockey at its highest point.
Especially on a network like this that covers everything. Like if it was just a Red Wings dedicated channel, then you're gonna get like a little bit more viewers. Like people are gonna give a fuck because like they're there for the Red Wings. But because we cover everything, Lions are king, and people are mostly here for Lions.
Like
you're experiencing that now as a Tigers beat reporter.
Yeah, for
like
sure.
no one could have cared less about Western Michigan hockey until we stepped foot in the Frozen Four. Like literally,
facts.
Literally made us a national news story. I made those videos. I think I only made like 8 videos.
Yeah.
Over 1 million views across our socials because
Skywalker
they
said
won.
he still doesn't give a fuck.
I had players telling me that they literally saw the content before the title game because no one was covering it. It only became a story because like they got there. Like if they would have lost earlier, no one would have cared.
Yeah.
And like that's the thing. So yeah, it's just check out Woodward Wings if you're looking for hockey talk. But most of the time, that's why I like so many other sports, and I'm trying to be well versed, learning from this guy over here.
Shout out. Shout out Chris. Have a good night. Don't get date. Great.
Hey, all right, hold on. One more thing. Just a fan. The Red Wings don't suck right now. Okay. Don't put that negative energy out. They are still very close, but it's the hardest sport to take the jump in, and you got to make good moves to make that jump, and there have been some questionable ones in the last 2 years. Also, you didn't want Jake Wallman. You saw that last night.
Maybe you still kind of want Jake Wallman.
No.
Or at least you want a first-round pick in exchange.
I mean, the first-round pick would have been nice, but
that'd be a little
at the end of the day, like this team is being built like the Florida Panthers.
Yeah.
Like they are, like you can see the blueprint. They are being built like that. They have big physical defensemen. They have big physical forwards. They are trying to build like that, the new NHL prototype, and they are close. As someone who actually watches the minor league system and stays, like I was credentialed to go watch games this year, they are close. And they should make a move to get closer. Get Jason Robertson.
Oh.
Still feel like they're a big move away, but that's just from an outsider's perspective.
That's why they're going to trade for Jason Robertson, and
Would love
this is going to be one of my shining moments at this network. I'm going to be one of the first people that was on this move. I think that this is like the slam dunk move for the Red Wings. He's 25 years old. He's not going to cost as much as Mitch Marner. He has 4 80-point seasons. He is a left winger. So
what assets are you giving up to get him, though?
2 first-round picks and a prospect.
Who's a prospect?
Probably.
What level of prospect, I should say?
No one premier. Not ASP. Not MBN. Maybe Danielson. But, like, that's as far as we're going.
Anyway.
Danielson, maybe Lombardi. But, like, we're talking about a guy who, like, has a 100-point season in his career and is a goal scorer. Like, he scores goals. Like, the fit with him, Raymond, and Larkin would be seamless. Like, that line combo would be amazing.
That was one of the not a wild segment. I've had wilder segments for sure. We've made whole segment out of porn names for movies that have been out, but we just grieved. Talking about we snuck Red Wings in. That's so random.
Hell yeah.
But we're at the break point. We come back. Let's talk Detroit Lions. I'll put some comments or some topics in a Woodward Sports chat poll, guys. Let me know what you want to hear about first. But before any of that, tell me about White Claw.
Calling all Tigers fans, join us for the White Claw Tigers Tour. Woodward Sports will be hitting 4 of the top bars in Detroit to watch a Tigers game live on the network. Join Spencer and Easy on Friday, June 13th for our second stop on our tour at Nemo Sports Bar in Detroit. Be part of the fun and see our reactions live on Woodward Sports Network to one of the hottest teams in baseball. It's the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ben Johnson Law.
The bad boys of Detroit sports media are here. We won't back down. We are Woodward Sports, Detroit's #1 sports network.
Hey, Hey, Tony, what's up, bro?
Same circus, different clowns.
For sure. You want the usual, the big zip?
You know me too well.
I threw a little something extra in there for your ma.
Oh,
Hope
man.
she's doing all right.
Ay, guy, sei un santo. You're a saint.
All right, buddy. We'll see you next time, okay?
Grazie.
A ton of fun, a ton of sports, and a ton of man meat. Welcome to the Woodward Heavyweights, live daily 5 to 7 p.m. on Woodward Sports.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on the expert sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce every Tuesday during BD Energy and Thursday during Ermanni and Edwards, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the man that DMAC trusts. Dr. Pierce is here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsAndSpine.com or call 248-426-9944. And make sure you check out his segment about the Big Three today. It was pretty lit on Big D Energy.
I literally just got done saying Lions are king. And then I did a chapel. What next topic? Get your votes in, by the way, too, ladies and gentlemen, if you're able to, if you're not driving anything or working. Next topic, I put DJ return to Detroit. Shout out to Broder for that one. Tyrion Arnold disrespect. That's going to tie into the morning show a little bit there. Flannel Sam, I love you, but come on. You got some shots coming your way. And then Kevin Durant to the Pistons. 55% of the vote right now. So that's where we're going. Did you guys see? Did you put up the mock trade on the socials?
No. I saw the graphic being made by Lentz. I mean,
shout out to Lentz.
I think Travis posted it.
Do you have that video by chance?
Of what?
Stephen A. Smith from yesterday. You don't have to play if you didn't grab it. It's all right. It's from yesterday.
If you send it in, I'll put it in. I don't have it though.
It's already in there, but don't worry. Don't stress yourself out. So yesterday, Stephen A. Smith did a top 5 list or top 5 landing spots for Kevin Durant. The Pistons were listed number 4. Yeah, it is funny as hell, DNC. The one time Chris isn't here, Jam wants Detroit.
It always happens.
Shout out Chris.
It does always happen.
It's so funny.
Oh, man.
It's honestly a bit. I love it, though.
It kind of is.
Let's talk basketball for the rest of the pod.
Yeah, this is the rest of the show. We're doing basketball.
Well, like that happened on BDE today. Like they talked about hockey for like 45 minutes, and I went to the doctors, so I wasn't on the show. And I was just sitting there like in my car listening to it, and I was like, oh, great time to pick hockey the day I'm not there. So.
Well, look, man. KD to D is heating up like never before.
Give it to me.
I've been wanting this for 3 years now. 4 years now.
I saw that tweet. 2023.
Yeah, 2020. Yeah, it's been a fucking minute. All right, your boy's been wanting Kevin Durant to Detroit a long time. I think it's a perfect fit for Cade Cunningham. Where I'm lost is the people saying no. What fucking realm of delusion are you in that you wouldn't want Kevin Durant on this team?
Drop it in chat. Let's hear it.
This team had a first-round exit. What fucking, like, where are we at in life? Where you're just pretending Kevin Durant's not going to help this team out. 75 games he played last year. Still averaged 26 points, 6 rebounds, 41% from 3. Can stretch the floor. Play power forward for you. Look at the fucking biggest difference just having Tobias Harris stretch the floor for you did this year. Imagine Kevin Durant shooting 41% out there.
Where did you struggle in the playoffs? What points in games? Down the stretch.
Yep.
You struggled to score. So let's just add one of the greatest scorers of all time. Straight up. Kevin Durant. I know he's not what he used to be in his prime.
Yeah.
But when we're talking about him being a second option for Cade Cunningham, it seems like a match made in heaven. I don't know what the people are missing here. We're talking about a guy who still is putting up 26, 6, and 4 on 52% shooting.
Yeah.
Like, this seems like such a no-brainer, and he's a depreciated asset.
Yep.
Like, Phoenix is so desperate to get rid of him, you're going to be able to get a superstar for a discount. It's not like going out for Lauri Markkanen where the Jazz are going to make you pay out of the wazoo. You are literally going to be getting a depreciated asset.
Especially Danny Ainge. That's what he does. That's what he's known for outside of his playing career, is finessing people in trades. Danny Ainge is one of the best GMs, I won't say all time, but he's up there. He's known for being a goddamn swindler. I'd rather deal with a guy or a team that's looking to get rid of Kevin Durant than, again, Lauri Markkanen. And by the way, What the fuck are we doing? Kevin Durant, former 2-time MVP, went to a team with Steph Curry on it. A lot of people in this room would probably say he's a top 10 player all time when it comes to the NBA. Won 2 final MVPs, made Steph a fucking second option. Like that guy. Yes, he's 36-year-old.
He's not missing that wide open 3 Cade missed in game 6 or game 5.
Which is even opening up the floor for Cade Cunningham. I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not saying like I predict it to happen, but saying no to it is utterly ridiculous. It just is. The only thing that kills you in this trade scenario would be the cap situation because he's like $50-something million.
Yeah, $51 million.
Do you have the set trade? Because
I could find. You have it?
I have one for you. What
is it?
So that's 1 year though.
Everybody's taking Kevin Durant, right? If we can just say like it's going to be a shit trade. But if you're gonna get Kevin Durant, I know he's a depreciating asset, but they're gonna make it hurt still. Like it's Kevin Durant. It doesn't matter how old the Durantula is. It's KD. If he's coming into town, it's gonna take a lot from your team to get him still.
Yeah,
and it's gonna make your team worse to bring him in. So I'm asking you guys. Would you do it if it starts with Jaden Ivey, Isaiah Stewart, Tobias Harris, and a first-round pick?
Yes, easily.
Yeah.
That is such a slam dunk trade. I don't even think you're going to have to give up that much for him.
No.
Like literally, he is making $54 million next year, and then as a free agent, you are paying for 1 year of Kevin Durant's services. So if it doesn't work, worst case scenario, he's gone, and you just bring in someone else.
Yeah.
And I don't think you're going to have to give up Ivy. I think you're going to be able to get this done with just picks. Maybe Isaiah Stewart. Like, I really don't think...
You got to make the money match, though, in the NBA when you do those trades. That's the only unfortunate thing. But
if you give him Tobias and...
Ivy?
I don't think... Do you really have to give up Ivy? Can you make the cap work with Tobias and...
Stu?
And Stu?
I don't think they're not doing that, though.
I think you still need... I think you might need to throw someone on that.
What do they want late first round
for? That's when you throw in the picks.
What do they want late first round picks for?
They need picks.
Even future first round picks.
They need ammo.
They need ammo. But their ammo would be late first round picks if you're adding Kevin Durant to this team. You're not giving them lottery chances.
Yeah.
It's still a war chest.
Well, the other thing, too, is like they have no first round picks.
Yeah, they have
they dumped out the bag to get Kevin Durant and Brad Beasley. Jesus, I can't say his name. But like you get fucking Kevin Durant, the opportunity's there. There's just not. That's not even like a. I don't even know how people's brains are working right now to say no to that. Like I guess yes, it feels like a lot, and you like what you saw, but just know that Kevin Durant is better than all that. He is, and you don't like what you saw in Phoenix. They don't have a fucking point guard. That's a shit situation. That was my whole argument with the Jaden Ivey thing from the jump. Just because you have good, talented players doesn't mean it always works together. Bradley Beal, phenomenal player. Kevin Durant, phenomenal player. Devin Booker, phenomenal player. You put them all on the same team, what happened? Not Jack Diddley Dick. It's because it didn't fit. Fit is what matters. And Kevin Durant be a perfect fit. You want to stretch the floor, get a three-point shooter for you, a 41% guy. You saw what he did in the finals with the Warriors. He could play some defense when he's asked to. When he's not asked to carry such a load on the offensive side of the court, he'll fucking lock up on defense. Yes, he's 36 years old, but it's still producing at that age.
Yeah.
Steph Curry just won the finals MVP 2 years ago. They're the exact same age. I don't know, man. I think, again, I don't know if it's going to happen. But it blows my mind that people are saying no. When you actually sit down and think about it, it just makes no sense. Maybe off the top of your head, because if you're a Jaden Ivey fan, yeah. But like we were a first round exit, guys. As much as we were very competitive in that series, as much as I miss Beef Stew in that series, it's not like we lost in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like we don't know what the progression is from here. We don't know if it's beyond that even, and we still got to pay guys anyway.
Yeah, I know you have to pay guys, but like you can make this trade work and not have to give up Ivy with the money, because if you just let Tim Hardaway and Schroeder walk in free agency, that frees up $24 million and $16 million, and right there, if you trade them Stu, or even if you can package Stu with maybe Fontecchio to get rid of more cap, like you can make this work by only giving up draft picks and keeping your core intact for the year after KD, when you don't know if you'll re-sign him or not. And at that point, you're only going to sign him to a 1 or 2 year deal at that point too. So if you do need to make a move, you are still flexible with, I believe that's Ivy's RFA year is next year.
I wish I had Chris here for that one. Yes, it is. Yeah, restricted free agent, yeah.
Yeah, so, I mean, worst case, you trade him in a sign-in trade if you need to make the money work. I mean, it's just there's a lot of flexibility the Pistons have, and then you also have Boris, who's willing to go over the first apron. He wants to win so bad, where if you bring in KD before you have to re-sign guys, he'll just use their bird rights and then bring them in over the cap.
And the other thing, too, with KD on the one-year deal, everywhere he's departed from, he's been very respectful. It's always been a sign-and-trade outside of OKC initially. That's because they wanted to keep him. Like, it's like he'll help you out. Like, when the Warriors got rid of him, it was a sign-and-trade situation. When the Brooklyn got rid of him, it was a sign-and-trade situation. Like, he'll help you. He's not going to fuck you. He's not just going to leave. You know what I'm saying? He's not an asshole like that. I don't know, man. It's kind of a no-brainer in my eyes, but I'll read some comments. I don't know.
I don't think this deal gets close to being done if Ivy's not in it. Just straight up. Phoenix has so many other better options to give Kevin Durant. The reason why this this trade deal would even be, interesting is because of Ivy. I mean, what is Stu? Is he a starter on a good team? He wasn't on ours, in which he's very valuable to us specifically, but he wasn't a starter. Are you kidding? Is that what your trade your trade package is revolving around? I don't buy it at all. I think Jaden Ivey would be the star of this package that you're building a potential to then pair with the Devin Booker.
I really don't. With only 1 year left.
Yeah, I mean, I see where you're coming from, Nick. Like, there's no way they're gonna want. There's no way they're not gonna want Jaden Ivey or one of these young guys out of that situation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's true. But at the same time, our teams really lining up to give away premium assets for 1 year of KD? Straight up. It's 1 year. It's literally one season of 36-year-old KD.
At $50 million,
at $51 million,
nobody could afford to even put that on their
realize what
team.
kind of cap flexibility you're giving Phoenix.
Yeah.
That's honestly more valuable to Phoenix, is giving them the cap flexibility to go after someone to actually pair with Devin Booker and sign long term to actually be a sustained duo. That's what they're looking to do. So if you can give them picks and cap flexibility, that matters. Tell me another team that would be interested in KD that would be willing to give up someone of Ivy's caliber. Would Orlando give away someone of Ivy's caliber?
Ivy's caliber. We talking about
I saw
22
DNC
here?
say the Rockets.
Rockets. I've seen New York. I've seen him I've seen so many reported places that he could are looking for him, and that happens every single year with Kevin Durant too.
DNC does have a good mix, or DNC, the Rockets do have a good mix of young talent.
The Rockets have the most assets for sure. But I saw Big Con 51. Easy. Let's say we get KD, get to the Eastern Conference Finals and lose. Then what? You give him that monster contract. That 37-year-old Kevin Durant's not demanding a monster contract.
Yeah, no, he's not. And I really don't think that, honestly, we would make the move with Ivy in the deal.
I think you'd have to.
I don't think they do, though. I think that they believe in Ivy.
And to be honest, I don't know. Oh, I mean, it's not a crazy injury, but he might have to prove himself a little bit after the injury as well.
I know he might, but I really don't.
To have value, I'm saying.
I think that this is a team that is they are built for long-term success with how young their core is, and they're only getting better. I think that they are going to, if they are going to trade Ivy, it will be to a player that will breed sustained success. I don't think they're going to give up Ivy for a 1 year rental of KD.
We shall see. We are up against it. Got to go to the break, come back, we'll read some more comments. And we also have some fire Detroit Lions topics as well that we're pretty fired up about as well. But Feist, you want to do merch this time?
Yeah, we got merch.
Let's get it.
All right, we're talking merch today. You already know what it is. If you need some fire new Detroit gear, Tigers, Red Wings, Lions, we got everything. Hood, tees, shirts. Make sure to go to woodwardsports.com, click shop. If you want some swaggy new gear, again, that's woodwardsports.com, click shop.
Are you a real Detroit sports fan? Woodward Sports is here to give you all the Detroit sports you can handle. Weekdays, make sure you're locked in on Wake Up Woodward from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Followed by Big D Energy with Neil Rule and Darren McCarty from 11 a.m. to 1. Up next, you can't miss Ermanni and Edwards with Maz from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. And finish the day out with the bad boys of Detroit Sports Media, the Woodward Heavyweights from 5 to 7 p.m. Okay, wait, that isn't enough for you, you sports freak. Check out Woodward Wings, Woodward Ringside, and the Lions Weekly Update every Sunday with Broder, Terry Foster, and Sean Baligian. Subscribe on YouTube for all our great content, and make sure you're following on all social media. X, IG, Facebook, and TikTok. You want sports? We got you covered. Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson.
Listen, you figure you got a pulse on where KD's landing? Make a bet at Caesar Sportsbook. Use the promo code Woodward1000. And when you're wrong, and it's the Detroit Pistons, you get your money back. Just use the promo code Woodward1000. Get up to $1,000 back as a bonus bet. If you lose your first bet, just make sure you are using promo code Woodward1000. What up, though? Welcome, Matt. World Heavyweights Live on WoodSports.com. He's joined by Small, who's not here. Sorry.
It's okay.
Justice Italo. I just, yeah. Like, nah, I'm not going to get into that. Shout out to Smitty. Skywalker in the building. Jerry just came through. Shampoo in the building. Nicholas Kohloff.
Let's go.
To the KD stuff. Again, I'm not saying it's going to happen. I'm not screaming and shouting if it doesn't happen. My reaction was just to the people saying no. I know there are other names available. I like Za'Darius Smith. I saw Cartier say, I'm again, give me a stretch 4. I'm all about it. I truly am. But to say no to Kevin Durant is crazy. Just a fan. He's saying, I'm just like Flannel Sam. I hate the players I don't like, and I glaze the ones I do. Did Kevin Durant win 2 Finals MVPs?
I believe so.
Okay. Did he win 2 NBA MVPs?
I believe so as well.
Is that glazing or facts?
I think those are facts.
Okay. All right.
Glad we got that clarification.
Yeah, glad we got the clarification.
And I also want to throw out there the fact that you guys are going to be utterly surprised at how little KD goes for. I promise you that. It will be mostly to give the Suns cap flexibility and draft capital to replenish their assets so they can actually pair a star with Devin Booker.
And again, it's 1 year.
Yep, it's 1 year. You are paying for a 1-year assassin.
Yeah.
In Kevin Durant.
And just a fan to get to the hating part. Like, I don't consider myself a hater. I just not the type level of glazer you are. Specifically when it comes to Jaden Ivey. Brother, what the fuck have we done with Jaden Ivey? We were under fucking 500 with them. Like, what did we, like, where, like, again, what realm do you guys live in? We literally got better. I'm not going into all that. I don't want to bash Jaden Ivey. This is about Kevin Durant, Detroit Pistons, whatever. We moving to the Lions, too, but I
still think this team could be good with Jaden Ivey on it. They weren't good because he was off of it, in my eyes.
Maybe.
I mean, you're a known
by the
hater.
Numbers.
Known Asar hater right here. Asar came back as well. Who definitely helps your team win.
Yeah.
People just don't value what cap flexibility does for a team, especially when you're looking to make that big move.
And they have to do something because you don't have draft picks.
They don't have
Devin
cap
Booker's
space.
getting older. Bradley Beal's older. Like you have to do something. Otherwise, you're going to be in purgatory for a very, very long time.
Like it's so similar to the Dallas Stars. Like right now, they just lost in the conference finals. They're getting older, and they're like I said, they're trying to trade Jason Robertson, a 25-year-old who's put up 4 straight 80-point seasons and a 100-point season mixed in, and they're trying to re-sign a 33-year-old. Like it's just like I don't understand it. But the teams, like, they're looking to sign. Honestly, I'm pretty sure they're going to try to sign Brad Marchand in the offseason. And then they're going to be annoying as hell to play against.
That would yeah.
Me and Spencer have been talking about what Dallas is going to do this offseason, because if you didn't know, in the NHL, I am unsure if this is a problem in other leagues, but it's very relevant in the NHL because the margins are so thin on contracts. The tax makes such a big difference for teams. Like Florida, let's say Mitch Marner's contract ends up being $14 million is what he's offered by a team in California. Detroit's only going to have to offer him $13 million for it to be the same amount of money after taxes as if they offer him $14 in California. But in Florida or Texas, it is another $800,000 below that. So they have to overpay in California and Montreal, like the teams with huge taxes. Yeah. They have to overpay by $1.8 million per player.
Yeah, there's
and that's per player. Like, think about how big of a difference that
That's
makes.
why Shohei Ohtani did his contract all weird too. They had to avoid those California taxes. California's a crazy place.
And that's why McDavid might be screwed if he spends his career in Edmonton, because they're just not going to be able to give him the depth that he probably needs to win a cup. And you see it every year. Their defensive core is incomplete, and their goaltending is incomplete as well.
All right, let's reel it back in a little bit. I want to talk some Detroit Lions.
Yes, please.
We put that poll out there. KD was what came up first. That's what we ended up talking about. Justin tried to steer it back to hockey. You're a freak with it. Make sure you check it out. What's Woodward Wings?
10 a.m. on Saturday. But I have to take my time when I'm up here. I gotta let the people know some stuff that they wouldn't know. I mean, the taxes are very relevant in hockey, and I think it's something that deserves to be talked about.
Relevant. Taxes, you can't really avoid those.
I just think the margins are a lot thinner in hockey, so you see them a lot better. But let's talk with some Lions, please.
You're good. Florida.
I need some Lions in my life.
All right. Just a fan compared me to Flannel Sam because he's in his feelings about Jaden Ivey. It is what it is. However, not the same at all whatsoever. And Flannel Sam this morning with the Terrion comparison to Quinyon Mitchell and then to my man Cooper DeJean, it's just not an even comparison at all. You can't do that when you got a guy that plays in a zone coverage scheme. First and foremost, Flannel, I love you, by the way. Cooper DeJean plays nickel. That is just not the same as being tasked with playing the outside, guarding wide receivers.
He did say that.
Yeah. But put it in your stat chain thing, though. It's just relevant. You can't compare the two.
It's fair.
Quinyon Mitchell, I guess we have a difference there. And Quinyon Mitchell, I do think is a dog. Mind you, Quinyon Mitchell drafted ahead of Terry Arnold, probably for a reason. Quinyon Mitchell's very, very talented. But they play, I believe it's 76% of the time zone coverage. It's Vic Fangio's defense.
Completely different.
Everybody in the defense, on top of them being healthy most of the time of the year, man coverage is a lot different. You're not going to see too many interceptions in that situation. You got to guard that player one-on-one. Where zone coverage, you're kind of more relaxed. You get to watch the quarterback make reading reactions, almost bait them into making mistakes. It's a lot easier in zone coverage than man coverage, what Terrion did. And Terrion played the most man coverage snaps in the NFL as a rookie. The most. That's more than anybody in the entire National Football League.
And they went 15-2 with the rookie.
And they went 15-2.
And he's better than Cam Sutton being out there.
Way fucking better than Cam Sutton.
And I talked about this morning after Flannel went on his little point about Terry Arnold, and I told him, I was like, well, you also have to take into account his numbers are skewed. Because there's a lot of times where the Lions were up big in games, and it allowed receivers to get a bunch of empty calorie yards, like Keenan Allen in the Bears game at Ford Field. They played off the entire second half and allowed Caleb Williams to just dink and dunk his way to that big game that he had. And then same thing with the Bills.
What are the game? Bills?
No, it was right. It was the week after we played the Bears. Who did he play directly after them?
I don't even remember.
I had it pulled up.
49ers?
Yes, Deebo Samuel. He had a bunch Deebo Samuel cannot beat Terry Arnold one-on-one for over 100 yards. I can say that confidently. Deebo is not that type of receiver.
Correct.
Unless you are playing off of him and you're letting him get those drag yards that he loves and just where he just beats you off the catch. I just think that there's a lot of skewed numbers when it comes to Terry Arnold.
Context is king.
And yes, there's a lot of the context that goes into his stats where if you were actually watching the game and you were looking at the tape, you can see how much he improved in every game at the later half of the season other than when he had to guard Terry McLaurin in the playoff game. That game aside, you saw a definitive improvement from the TA that was penalized every single game from the TA of the last 5 weeks of the season, where you were seeing a lot of good things from him and improving, listening to the vets, more comfortable in the scheme. And you have to think, this is another offseason where he has to work on his craft. He's been in Detroit the whole time working. He's been doing other stuff too. You can see on his TikTok. But he's been working, and I believe you're going to see a big jump from him. And you're going to see the support also having more guys that are good in your secondary. Like you're adding, hopefully Ennis Rakestraw that has a little bit of bite to him. You added Maddox, and who's the other depth piece other than Maddox?
For the Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
You got Maddox.
They added one more depth corner.
And it's Rakestraw's coming back.
I said Rakestraw.
Nick Robertson.
Rockison.
Yeah, and Rockison. You added the couple veteran depth pieces where it just takes a little bit of pressure off. Like those couple snaps where he can go on the sideline and take a breather. Like that matters. It is a hard game. It is a fast game. It is a game that wears you down. And when you play as much man coverage as TA does, and it forces you to tackle like how TA has to tackle because he's playing man, it wears on you. And so I think that just lightening the workload, bringing in some more vets for him to learn from, I think is going to do wonders for him. And I believe he's going to take another step forward.
I think Terry's going to be phenomenal this year.
I think
I expect a huge leap forward. I mean, just getting his feet wet with that amount of experience. On the way in, I was thinking about maybe we should move to zone coverage because why we put my man out there? I get it too. The purpose of that man coverage is to force shit up top because you have two phenomenal safeties, two of the best in the league, the best pairing in the league. Maybe we have to be debated. We have the next topic, but yeah, I think Terry's will be phenomenal. The fact that he played the most man coverage snaps in the league and didn't get absolutely fucking killed and torched throughout the entirety of the season. A lot of those yards, I'd say we came even against the Rams. But all that stuff was short, sweet, get the ball, like you said, off the catch, make a move after the fact. I think Terrion did surprise some people. A lot of people that turned him down. And to Flannel Sam's point, I get the whole thing kind of built up from someone in the chat called him great, I guess. You can't say that.
Yeah, Flannel's in the chat, so shout out to Flannel.
Yeah, shout out to Flannel.
His point was that people were saying that he doesn't need to improve, but
okay.
And he was saying
he needs to improve.
He does, and yes, we all agree he needs to improve.
Yeah, absolutely.
But he is underrated.
Yeah, I think a lot of people sleep.
And I think a lot of people will see that this year.
Yeah, it's a lot tougher to do what he was asked to do, and that's literally play the most man coverage snaps.
Yeah.
In the National Football League as a rookie. The fact that he didn't give up 20 touchdowns. I mean, but that asshole, the fact that he didn't give up 10, he gave up 4, I think. Do you have the numbers in front of you? I don't know. But the fact that he didn't give up 10, that's amazing.
I can't wait to see how this defense is going to be so versatile, especially with all the different corners we have, all the different looks we can bring. We're a man coverage defense, and I think when you add Za'Darius Smith to the team, which we both believe that they will, I think that this team is just so versatile where you can sustain a couple injuries and you're going to be okay because you know that they're going to come with the ebbs and flows of an NFL season.
Shout out to Flannel. By the terms of him needing to get better, though, you're absolutely correct. So I want to dunk on you too hard then. If that was the base of your argument, correct. And he will.
He also wants to bring in Jair Alexander.
Okay, yeah, that's what I initially wrote down because I thought that's why he was saying that because he's not a Terrion believer. But we got to go to a break. That one is a little different.
He wanted to bring in Jair Alexander to replace, to be CB1 or CB2 and have Terrion be a depth piece.
That's crazy.
I mean, depending on the contract. I mean,
nah, that's fucking crazy.
If you can get, I don't know,
$20 million, I guess what I wrote in the paper. Is that part real?
I said I'm not paying him $20 million. I mean, hell no.
Did Flannel Sam say $20 million?
Yeah.
Not happening.
Yeah, he did say 20.
And Yair is a yesteryear. Yair. He hasn't been healthy in the last 3 seasons.
Yeah, but I think, if he's part of a rotation.
Did he play that Green Bay game? Yair had motherfuckers doing headstands in the end zone.
I don't think he played in that game.
I'll check. But I was going to break it back to that one. Justin, will you tell us about Lady Jane's?
Oh, I'm the man to tell you about Lady Jane's. Look at this hair. What can I say? Let's be honest. We like the simple stuff in life. gimmies on the golf course, uncomplicated. That's what Lady Jane's will do for you. Their haircuts for men, you walk in, you sign in, and before you know it, you're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8 and 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome. And make sure you stop by and hit up Beth. She's the best at the Birmingham office, and she does my hair. So shout out to her.
Is that an octopus in your pants, or are you just happy to see me? See what I did there? Go Red Wings! From Octopi Experts Woodward Sports.
Feldman Chevrolet still has tariff-free inventory, so we're extending the Memorial Day sale. That means it's your last chance to get tariff-free pricing on your new Chevy. Get this 2025 Silverado for only $199 a month, or this 2025 Equinox for just $259 a month. But hurry, these low prices won't last. Don't miss your last chance to save big. The Memorial Day sale has been extended at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Detroit has the best sports fans in the world. That's why they deserve the best sports coverage in the world. We are the Woodward Sports Network.
Guys, I may need to go grab it after reading some of these Kevin Durant comments. They got top shelf quality, unmatched variety, price for you and myself, the people. It's shopjars.com. They got 27 locations across the great state of Michigan, including 9 right here in Metro Detroit, and 3 more coming to Madison Heights, Grand Rapids, and Milan. It's shopjars.com. What up, though, mate? World Heavyweights Live, WoodwardSports.com. I'm Edomar Justice Atawa. We got Skywalker, Nicholas Kohloff. Jerry randomly pulled up for the massage chair. He's using us. He says, bro, what? Smash the like button, be a friend, tell a friend, share the stream. No. Listen.
Can we end the show going around the NFL?
Yeah. Some news drop?
I got a couple questions.
All right.
No, I got a couple questions for the crew. I want to gauge your...
I love that.
I want to gauge some opinions. Yeah,
okay.
So when you were done with the Lions talk, I'd love, because I have a bet with Neil, and I want to hear your guys' opinion on it.
So you're your guy. Like you want
Alexander?
Yes. So you like.
Well, honestly,
what's the context of this?
I can't lie. I can't lie to you. I'm gonna be completely honest with the audience. I am a young journalist.
Okay.
I am learning. I did not know the cap rolled over year by year. That is a nuance that I did not understand about the NFL. So if you want to kill me in the chat, go ahead. That is something new to me. I would not pay Jair Alexander now. I would rather the cap move over. I don't think we need that much help at corner. I do trust Terran Arnold to take the leap. So no, I do not want Jair Alexander. I take back what I said on the morning show. And I apologize for not knowing that. That's something I have to know. So thank you for enlightening me, Easy.
For sure. Were you at Skywalker? We didn't even entertain this yesterday because I thought it was such a no-brainer. Not gonna fucking happen. That's not even a discussion, but here we are.
We don't need Jair. I don't want him. Fuck the Packers. Like I don't want him on our team. We got Terrion, we got Amik, we got DJ Reed. Like we just simply have no reason to pay him a big contract for no reason.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I don't even think he's gonna get that type of money. Like I think he's just probably signed. He may be like a 1-year rental type of dude. I think like I don't know. 15. How much did Carlton making last year? I don't expect anybody. 9. That's it. Wow, that's a steal.
Only 9?
No way. For real?
It was between 9 and 11, I believe.
I mean, I think Yair's probably
they were trying to make the money work in Tampa to keep the Super Bowl window intact. I believe he took a cheaper deal to stay in Tampa.
Yeah.
Let me fact check myself.
Yair's still very good.
14 million. I was off.
14 million. That makes more sense.
He'll probably ask for close to 20.
Yeah. The other thing too is
I don't think they paid the whole thing. I think
he's not Dan Campbell guy.
I think Tampa paid part of it. It won't tell me because I don't have the premium version of Spot Track.
What a loser.
But
no, I think we paid the 14. But I mean, he was worth it.
He was definitely worth it until he broke his jaw.
In an era where
you can't control that.
Cornerbacks of that caliber, as he did, went out and got $20 million, like he was worth it. The situation with Yair, though, I'm trying to figure out, and for some reason I don't know how to navigate my PFF machine here, how many games he actually played. I'm pretty sure it wasn't that many.
Cody Ingle with the clarifier, he adjusted his contract, which I believe that's why we are paying part of his contract this year on the books.
Some dead money.
Because I think we have $6 million in dead money from him So I don't, like I said, I was pretty sure.
He did renegotiate his contract to add a void year when he first got here.
So that would be, if you took off $6 million, that'd be $9 million.
Yeah.
So
2024 Yaya Alexander played 7 games.
Oh no, it would be. Never mind. That would
I
not
never
be
do. You want like some advice? Never do math on air.
No, I
that is my like rule.
I'm never doing math.
Never doing live math on air. It's a quick, easy way to make you look like a dumbass. I'm not saying you are. Just like a little.
No,
13 times 12.
Never been a strong suit.
7 million.
There's a reason
7
why
games played.
I came into this business where there's no math.
There's lots of math, stats.
That's stats, though. I mean,
yeah, but it's easy.
And I can use a calculator for most stats.
And they're kind of there too.
Look, I'm not an accountant, okay? Like, well, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm not like someone who's gonna be doing mental math in my head.
You know, quick
Screw
with the
that.
mental. 7 games played last year. 7 games played 2023. He did play 16 games in 2022. 4 games before that. I think he's like just breaking down. He's not the biggest dude. He's like 5'10", 200 pounds. I mean, 200 pounds is actually pretty solid. He's a good player. I'm just not entertaining that for the Detroit Lions.
And with the cap rolling over, you can't do it.
No.
I mean, you need that flexibility next year. You're already $14 million over. You got $22 million now. You can obviously restructure some deals to make cap space for next season, but for this year, it would be more beneficial to just roll out with what you have, plus hopefully a cheap Za'Darius Smith, and then you figure out your cap situation for next year, and you figure out the edge position for this year. It just seems like it's a slam dunk move for the Lions, to be honest. Like, it's not risky. It's 1 year. He only wants 1 year. He just wants to be in Detroit. He just wants to compete for a championship. I think that it just makes too much sense to not happen. And I think it's the worst kept rumor in the city that he's going to resign.
Serious?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Nick, did we blow over the Yair stuff? I mean, or Jair?
I mean, I just think it's a pipe dream. You think about what this team's put into the cornerback position. They just went out and got one of the top guys on the market. They drafted one in the first round last season and the second round last season. We went out, spent money on Amik Robertson, 2-year deal at the time. Like, we put in a lot to the cornerback position.
Yeah.
When one guy opens up that we all know about because he was a Packer for so many years, you know, obviously it's going to bring up discussions, but I just don't think those discussions are realistic with the amount of resources we've already put into the cornerback room.
Yep. I mean, that's right there. On top of the fact, like, this may be like the cheesiest, corniest thing to say. Not a Dan Campbell guy. Like,
Yeah, he's not
straight.
at all.
Like, him walking out unwarranted for like the coin toss, then calling the wrong call. They called tails, and I don't know. That's just, that's
screams
never
not a
happened
Dan
here.
Campbell guy for sure.
That's where I'm at with that one. And definitely not for $20 million. Ain't no way in hell.
Yeah, no chance in hell.
How much you guys think Za'Darius costs?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say 7 or 9. And I'll
7
probably
to
lean
9?
towards 9, just because I feel like as a mercenary he is now, like a gun for hire, I think he can get that easily elsewhere. But does anybody else have the money to do that? I don't know. I'm thinking like 9 million. What did Joey Bosa get? I guess I'd have to ask.
Joey Bosa's younger though, right?
Yeah, a little bit younger, but a lot of injuries, right? So I feel like body wise.
I feel like that would be a very good baseline.
Yeah.
To go off
I think
of.
Joey Bosa got like 11, 14 somewhere.
12.6.
12.6. Like right, okay, right, like almost right in between. Yeah, so I think him being a little bit older, probably got 9, maybe 11, which I think you could do. You just got 9 back from Frank, and that's a little bit of a blessing in disguise.
Yeah.
Maybe not, because it still sucks to lose Frank Ragnow, but yeah, I'm thinking like 9.
I was going to say, I think he'll be right around like 10 mil.
Yeah.
Somewhere in that range.
Maybe less though. Sometimes NFL contracts surprise the hell out of me, to be honest with you. Like the fact that we got DJ Reed for that, what we get him for 14, 17? That's kind of crazy. Because I think he was up there with Carlton Davis, like in the market of guys available.
I just think that with our cap situation and what you want to do with re-signing players, I think it just really doesn't make sense to spend money that you're going into the reserves, if that makes sense. Like, you need that cap for next year, and especially if you're gonna have the flexibility of hopefully restructuring a few deals. But This would be a very low, like the big thing is low risk, high reward type of move. Like you're not leveraging any of your future. You're only, doling out a 1-year deal, and he doesn't want he doesn't seem like he wants a long-term extension. He seems like he just wants to win a Super Bowl and retire.
Yeah.
And so I think that the fit is perfect. It's universal. I think that it will happen later in the offseason. I don't think we can hammer that any more home than we already have.
Shout out to Brad. Shout out to Mike Disner. DJ Reed, just a reminder for you guys, is playing on $4 million cap hit this year, 4.7. So a little closer to 5, but that's a hell of a fucking get by them. Hell of a get by Brad, too, to land a DJ Reed after losing to Carlton Davis.
Kirby's deal as well.
You remember I was kind of crashing out a little bit about that situation.
You were crashing out.
And him getting DJ Reed is like a home run.
You are also crashing out about
Braylon
right guard Zeitler.
Yes.
Which would have been great to have.
Yeah, I think if they knew, obviously they had an inkling that Frank was going to retire.
They didn't know for sure.
Yeah, I think if they knew for sure, Zeitler would have been re-signed.
Yes.
But there was some other stuff I heard with that one, too. Like, he's got some family in Tennessee, and the offer was, just over what we were willing to pay him.
Tennessee,
and that was, a helpful deciding factor for him. So and this is probably his last year playing, too. He's an older guy. Played phenomenal for us last year. He was good, though. Kirby Joseph, $3.8 million cap hit this year.
Yeah.
Mike Disner just fucking
nice.
Cooking, dude. Cooking. But we're up against it. Got to go to break, come back. Shout out to Broder, who sent me this article or this topic in the morning.
Before we move on from DJ Reed, though, real quick, Braylon and I got into it when we were, I think we were watching the Pistons playoff game, or we were watching the Tigers maybe opening day, and we were getting into it about DJ Reed. He didn't really feel like it was a premier signing. And I love Braylon. I know he focuses on the Jets a ton, so he has the case to obviously have more knowledge than me. But to me, I think the DJ Reed signing is a perfect signing. I think that he fits with this culture amazing. I think that he's going to be the perfect support for TA and for Raxter and for Amik. I think that you just have a really deep corner room now, and you might not have DJ Reed might not be that premier lead dog CB1 like how Jalen Ramsey and J. Alexander were in their prime, but he is a very good CB1, especially when you have the safety that we have. We have two elite playmakers back there, so he's not asked to just lock down a side of the field. They want them to test DJ. The Lions want you to test DJ Reed, because then here comes Kirby or Branch to force turnover. I love the DJ Reed signing. So
yeah, it wasn't a premier signing in terms of the player value or player name, but in terms of you lost Carlton Davis to rebound with a DJ Reed and also pay him less than Carlton Davis on the open market. That's a fucking. That's great. That's a home run. Lou, you want to speak on that before we go to break or no?
I absolutely love the DJ Reed signing. I think this is exactly what our cornerback room needed, and I think for guys like Terrion, just to learn from a guy that's been in the league for a while now, is exactly what this secondary needed.
It gives some context, who he is as a player too. We always feel kind of disrespected or shaded as a NFL team. We see these rankings. PFF made him a top 10 cornerback when they put out that list this year. DJ Reed is a dog. But we got to go to break, come back. Is he enough of a dog to claim the Detroit Lions is the best secondary in the NFL? We'll talk about. But first, let me tell you about the massage chair. It's so nice. My nephew just drove 20 minutes unprompted, showed up, used the massage chair, and now he's about to dip and go hit on Lady Jane's girls. Visit MassageChairHouse.com to schedule your appointment to check out one yourself. The Pharaoh is $14,000. NFL players use these massage chairs. You can ask Dr. Eric Duncan himself. The review channel, the #1 review channel for massage chairs in the business, is MassageChairHouse.com, or catch them in person at the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road in Bloomfield Hills, MassageChairHouse.com.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. This ball's gone. Boys are back in town. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports.
You know how some things are so good they should be world famous, but they're not? Our house-made vinaigrette is one of those things. And the antipasto salad, we drizzle it over. Same with our hand-battered chicken tenders. original recipe soups and pasta sauces. It's almost as if our original, world-famous Detroit-style pizza is mocking them, and that's not very nice.
The boys of summer are here, and Woodward Sports is all over the Motor City with the White Claw Tigers Tour. Come party with Woodward Sports, watch the Tigers, and sip on some White Claw all summer long. The best bars, big giveaways, live events, and a party that only Woodward Sports can throw. Ain't no party like a Woodward Sports party. Join us Friday, June 13th from 5 to 7 with the heavyweights at Nemo's in Corktown for the White Claw Tigers Tour, brought to you by White Claw and Ven Johnson.
Justin here to talk to you about Mad Packs. Mad Packs is the hottest new cannabis brand, and they are partnering with Woodward Sports, and they just launched their product a couple weeks ago, May 30th, 2025, available in select dispensary. High Lows, getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. Boom shakalaka, boom shakalaka is a live resin infused tarantula. That is the bomb. Blizzard Packs, THCA, Moon Rocks, they hit like a blizzard. And look, I'm going to just be straight up with you. I'm on the golf course with these guys. Shout out my guy Colton, and he always is hooking it up with some Mad Packs pre-rolls, and let me tell you, they hit. They're amazing. They hit with the name. They're mad, and they hit good. So make sure you stay tuned with Woodward Sports for more updates on more of their products launching very soon.
What up, welcome back to World Heavyweights Live on Sports.com. I'm Easy Joe by Justice Ottawa, Skywalker, Nicholas Kohloff in the building. Smash that like button, be a friend, tell a friend, and share the stream. Shout to Matthew Broder. All right, I put it out there in the morning chat. Hey, send me some topics. And he sent me one. And I'll just read the text verbatim. I actually like the way he broke this one down. Way better than I wrote it in the show sheet.
I love Broder.
And Justin, you were fired up about this one, too.
You're the dog.
Let me find it. Here we go. Easy. You're the most beautiful brown man I've ever set my brown eyes on. Oh, wrong text. Brother says, you want a topic for later or the future? Thought of you specifically with this one. Do have beef. CJ returns to Allen Park when the Texans come week 4 of the preseason. And not just week 4 of the preseason, on a little side note, they're coming for joint practice as well. Who has the better safety room? Kirby, Branch, Maddox, or Jimmy Ward, Jalen Petrie, and now CJ? Could always open it up to as a better secondary. The Texas secondary is nasty to me. Shout out to Matthew Butter for that one. And Justin, you were fired up about this one, so I'm going to allow you to go first.
See, for me, I value turnovers in an offensive league, okay? And when we're talking about a secondary that was riddled with cornerback injuries and it didn't allow Kirby Joseph, even though he had an unbelievable season as he led the league in interceptions, he still was covering for, let's call it, weak cornerback play. I think the potential for Kirby Joseph and Brian Branch to have even more turnovers with more of a secure secondary is off the charts. And so when we're talking about the Texans and the Lions, yes, I do think the Texans' cornerback room is better than the Lions. I think with Lassiter and Stingley, they're two borderline elite corners. And then I think when you go over to the Lions side, you got a couple good guys, you got some unprovens. I think that with the safety tandem that we have, the opportunity to create turnovers will be bigger than what the Texans are going to be able to create. And I just truly believe that the Lions secondary will be better by the end of this year. With the support from G.J. Reed, from second-year leap from Terrion, Ennis Rakestraw actually in the mix, Maddox added to the roster. I just think that there's way more depth. There's way more susceptibility to injury if that does happen. And I just believe that both these teams were identical in turnovers this year. I think that next year I would expect the Lions to have more turnovers than the Texans, and I believe that they are going to be known as a better secondary than the Texans.
It's so tough because D'Amico Ryans is phenomenal coach.
He's unbelievable.
Phenomenal defensive coach specifically, too. Obviously played for the Texans, linebacker, coached the 49ers for a very long time, too. CJ, as much as we have our little personal stuff on the side, I've never denied the fact that he's a very talented football player.
He is very good, especially when he's that third safety and he has the ability to be that roamer. I completely agree with you.
The old nickel spot, you see Roman pushing back at the safety, trash talking, getting the guys' heads.
He's not a true safety, but he blossoms in that role. When he is a support safety, he blossoms.
So safety room, it's Detroit Lions.
It is. There's no doubt about it.
It ain't even a debate for me. Kirby Joseph coming off an All-Pro year. I've been heavy on him since his rookie year. I was looked at the time foolish. I was being called crazy when I compared him to Ed Reed. You know, now time's come. Nobody's had as many turnovers since in the first 3 years in the NFL. And it's Kirby Joseph and Ed Reed. The only two guys in that conversation. And then Brian Branch. As much as I love Kirby Joseph, as much as I've been Team Kirby from the jump, once I saw the potential, I say that. I won't say from the jump. I think Brian Branch is better. I think Brian Branch's all-around game is just phenomenal. From the play recognition, the ability to jump in and play nickel, the ability to bounce back and play safety, playing coverage, crash down, blitz, play the run. I mean, Josh Jacobs is one of the hardest guys to tackle in the National Football League. But at home on Thursday night, primetime football, laid him on his ass, solo.
Yeah.
Headshot. Done. Like, it was fucking sick. Brian Branch is insane. I think he may take the mantle as the best safety in the league at one point. Kyle Hamilton's up there too, bigger version of what Brian Branch already is. But I think Brian Branch's play recognition is already off the charts. Safety room, not even discussion for me. Secondary, it does get a little more interesting because they have that man, Derek Stingley. Derek Stingley's a dog, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's one of the best corners in the league.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think another situation too, like our man coverage, our corners are never really going to get the love they deserve for the job they do, because we play so much damn man coverage, because it's easier to look a lot better in zone coverage. Again, you're back there watching the quarterback's eyes, manipulating him. It's a lot easier to catch these receivers roaming across the middle when you're in those zone coverages versus having to fucking man up and follow them and be an athlete the entirety of the game, or majority of the game, I should say. Secondary is a little bit more of a discussion. But I still, like you said, take the Detroit Lions based off the depth. I think Terrion's going to take a step. Like him doing what he did last year and not getting killed. Again, I already said everything I had to say about Terrion earlier. I think that's phenomenal. DJ Reed, top 10 guy. I don't know if you were here or got to hear me glaze in his rake straw. I have expectations for that.
I've been on that since before his rookie year.
Rake Straw Island. Rakers Island.
Yep.
Like I have expectations for that kid.
I have high expectations for him as well. I expect him to be the next up corner behind the big three of DJ Reed, Terrion, and Amik. I expect him to be 4.
You saw what Amik did too. Overall secondary, I mean, there's no more to be said based on what you. I mean, I hate to make the segment boring here, but
the Lions secondary is definitely deeper. They definitely have the better safety duo. They just don't have that elite corner that the Texans have, and I think that's fair. But I just think overall, as a secondary, the Lions are just better. And if you just want to talk about elite names at their position, you have Derek Stingley, elite corner.
Yeah.
But then when you go flip over to the Lions, and like Lassiter, he's good.
Yeah.
He's not great though. Like let's not put the cart in front of the horse. Like he's on the ascension, but I don't think Jimmy Ward's a star. I don't think CJ DJ's a star.
Yeah.
I just think that Kirby Joseph is a star. Branch is a star. Like, there's just more star power, and it's a deeper secondary when it comes to the Lions.
Luke, where you at? Are we tripping? Because obviously Stingley is a fucking demon.
Our defense is so much more well-rounded than the Texans. Like, based off our safeties alone, we got arguably 2 top 3 safeties in the league. You know, maybe put them behind Kyle Hamilton. It's just Derek Stingley's a dog, and he just got paid because he's a dog, you know? So I think Terrion could definitely play that position as, you know, a lockdown corner for this team.
You're trying to pull up Kamari Lassiter's, obviously still very young. Overall grade, according to PFF, 70, 72.6 in coverage grade. And obviously they have, again, a masterful defensive coordinator, play caller, D'Amico Ryans. Like, it's definitely a conversation. I'm not like lost over them like we're like night and day better. Like the Texans still gonna be a dog.
They also had a better pass rush for more of a year, because as soon as Hutch went down, you could easily say the Texans had a better pass rush for the rest of the year. So I think that also plays a factor as well.
Yeah.
Because think about how many turnovers we were forcing when Hutch was in the lineup. Like when Hutch was in the lineup, were we leading the league in turnovers forced at one point?
I'll tell you what, we were so good in the beginning of the year. Despite the injuries, you still finished as a top 10 defense.
Yes.
At the end of the year.
They were so good to start the year. That's why I just don't have very many doubts about this defense.
But we were leading the league in turnovers, you're correct.
Even if you take away Za'Darius Smith, who we didn't have to begin the year, and you just roll out there with Hutch, and Hutch is okay, this is going to be a defense that's probably top 5 in the NFL.
Yeah.
I'm not even capping. Like, if Hutch returns to form, regardless of Za'Darius Smith, this is a guaranteed top 7 defense in the NFL, pushing top 5.
I just think that part might be hard when it comes to numbers-wise due to our schedule. Like, due to the elite quarterbacks we're going to be playing, like, you're going to be giving up points. Like,
I don't need the numbers. I need the pressures. I need the quarterback to feel his presence.
You talking about turnovers or?
Like
sacks.
Saying like top. No, I'm saying just top five defense. Like that's gonna be hard number wise. In terms of points given up.
Well, that's fine about points given up, but I'm more of an eye test guy. Like, I mean, especially when you play a tough schedule like this, the numbers are inflated by certain teams, and
I'm the same way.
I think that if the eye test is showing that they're one of the toughest defenses to score on against really good competition, I'm gonna value that more than if, let's say, the Colts have really good total defense, but they're playing a terrible schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think the secondary is going to be good. I think I need to see it, though. Talk about eye test. I need to see what this defensive line looks like. I can't put blind faith into Davenport, Hutch coming back, Ali McNeil with a shattered leg. I need to see what he looks like.
Ali McNeil is my only concern. Ali McNeil is my only concern. Hutch will be Hutch. And
are you worried about Reeder adding on another year to him?
No.
No.
Reeder's a pro. Reeder's a pro's pro. I expect Reeder to do his job, go in there, fill the middle, take double teams, help Tyleik Williams become a better player. Yeah. That's what I expect out of him. And I expect Tyleik Williams to look very good while Aleem McNeil is out, and then continue to look good, probably even better when Aleem McNeil comes back and he's playing limited snaps.
Yeah, as long as we got Hutch and Reeder there, I'm
literally more worried about the linebacking depth than the D-line depth. And I don't understand why everyone is like, oh, the linebackers are so good, when you saw what they were without Anzo, and now they're going to be without Rodrigo for a part of the year. I know they signed a depth guy, but if you're asking me, the question mark is on the linebackers. Can Jack Campbell take another step? Because he needs to. Like let's talk real talk. He needs to be touching where Anzo is.
That's pick 19, yeah.
Yeah,
I kind of want that out of him.
I think that if you're asking if TA needs to take a bigger leap or Jack Campbell, it's Jack Campbell. Like, Jack Campbell is, even if TA doesn't take a huge leap and you just get what you got out of him out of the end of last year, just a little better, I think still with the depth you have there, you'll be fine. You just don't have any, the depth at linebacker is so razor thin. And I think
we got the depth, it's just not healthy.
I think Campbell's going to step up.
You're technically right. What'd you say?
I think Campbell will step up. I think Anzalone got out, and Campbell finally had some time to own that defense and be a leader for that team. And I think as we transition into this season, as more games progress, I'm a Jack Campbell guy. I think he could 100% be our starting middle linebacker.
Oh yeah, he's going to take
he's good.
He's very good. He's still very good. I'm not poo-pooing on him.
Yes, he's very good.
At pick 19, I think I want you to be a difference maker. I think it's time for that part of it. You know what I'm saying? But if he's not, I mean, again, you're still going to start a caliber guy that I would still say is a top 15 guy in the league right now at the position. Based on it may not become in big plays, but just the dirty work that linebackers have to put in. I don't think people realize just the abuse the linebacker position takes. They're there to make the tackles. They're the one sacrificing their body outside of defensive linemen, obviously on the line, being physical every single play. It's those guys you want crashing down, cleaning up. That's the linebacker's job. I think Jack Campbell's pretty fucking good at that. Is there expectations? I mean, would you go out there and say he's going to make that leap, Luke?
I think so. Yeah, I think the more time that Campbell has to just grow as a linebacker, the better he's going to get. I as a coverage linebacker, the amount of times that I've seen him make diving swats for balls, you don't see linebackers doing that all the time. I think he is sneaky athletic, and I think him and Anzo are a good pairing together.
He is. I mean, he had one of the better RAS scores for linebacker in a long time. I know he's coming out the draft. Yeah,
you definitely need to see Jack Campbell step up and become a top 10 linebacker. If this team ultimately wants to win the Super Bowl, he does need to take that. He needs to be a next level type guy. Behind Aiden Hutchinson, Ali McNeil when healthy, DJ Reeder, everybody in, the depth of this line. If Jack Campbell can just finish up the plays the way that Anzo does, it's going to make this defense so much better. But he could legitimately be a difference maker in the pass game, which we haven't seen yet, but he's done it in college, but it was against Big Ten quarterbacks. Can he do that in the NFL? It's yet to be seen, but it's going to take him from being, a good linebacker to a great one.
Yeah, I'm not saying like, and this is not even to disagree with you. Like, it's just a linebacker position to me. That's why I didn't like the pick. I don't value the linebacker position at that level at all whatsoever. Like, it's not unless obviously it's nice to have one, and if you can make that jump, that'd be fucking huge for us. But I think he's doing his job. Like the classic Bill Belichick, do your job. Jack Campbell's doing that. He's not fucking up. He's not an idiot out there. But if he can fulfill a first round value, I mean, it would be huge for you.
Yeah, I think when you draft a guy that high and you bring in Anzalone, I always expected Jack Campbell to take a step over Anzalone at some point and take over the green dot. Like straight up. Like I think everyone
he still is.
I think everyone, but as the main linebacker, where he's the focal point. Like, Anzo's still the focal point. He's still the best linebacker on the team.
That's fair.
I expect Jack Campbell to be the best linebacker on the team if we're drafting him in the first round. Like, I don't, like you said, I don't necessarily value the linebacker position. I believe that Anzalone is expendable, unfortunately. And I'm not saying that he's expendable without a replacement, because you saw that last year.
Yeah.
But if you were to bring, at some point, Jack Campbell has to take the leap where you trust him to be the guy as in your linebacker core, and then you bring in someone who complements Jack Campbell, who's fast, can guard the sidelines, can help him finish tackles, be a better pass defender than him. That is where I see this defense going in the next couple years, especially with this Anzalone trade talk or contract negotiation, where they seem like they're not budging.
Goddamn. I hope he might be back for training camp. Who knows? But I definitely want Anzo back. I agree to the point he's probably the best linebacker of this team. But different. He's tasked with a different job too, though. He's more that Will spot that's kind of roaming around, doing the coverage and blitzing, where Jack's kind of just fucking captaining it out there at the mic. We'll see though, man. Did you play football in high school? Quarterback, safety? I'm trying to guess.
I played QB and all the way up until I went to freshman training camp, but I had to choose hockey. Like, it was like my point in my life where I was trying to go to college to play hockey. So it was like, all right, you're in high school now. Football's every day. Hockey's every day. Like, it's not gonna work. And I was like, all right, I'm gonna play hockey. I'm glad I did. I mean, I never would have grown. I never would have grown to be a good football player. I'm too small. So I'm glad I picked hockey.
You were a left tackle or something for sure. Unless you had a big-ass team.
Yeah, I played left tackle.
Yeah, I fucking knew it.
All 4 years.
Did you play defense at all?
I played D-tackle, too.
D-tackle?
Yeah, but
Did you start both ways or no?
What do you say?
Did you start both ways?
Yeah, I started both ways. I don't know. I liked offense way better.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was a pretty good left tackle.
I mean, you look like you'd be a fucking solid-ass high school left tackle. You're not a small guy at all.
No, I was all right.
Tell us about Loom. Somebody.
Yeah, let me tell you about Loom. I mean, Loom is one of the best cannabis brands in the game. They just came out with these buzzing drinks, 7.5 milligrams of THC, and they hit just right. Not too much, not too little. Might as well call them Goldilocks, the way that they're hit you so right. And you can use WSN30 on your first order, and you can get 30% off. Nice deal. Way to get your weed up. And you'd also use that QR code above my head. They got great flavors in this buzzing drink, though. I mean, they got the strawberry, the cherry, the raspberry lemonade, the peach. Those are my personal favorites. So make sure you check out Loom and go get your buzzing on.
The boys of summer are ready to get back to the playoffs, and there's no better place to get your Tigers coverage than Woodward Sports. Join us all season long as we follow as our hometown Tigers claw and fight. Feel the roar with Woodward Sports. Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce. Sports, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, you know, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Make sure to check out WoodwardSports.com. Click shop for all the new Detroit sports apparel. We got Red Wings, Tigers, Lions, Pistons, everything you need. We got swaggy stuff. We got hoodies, hats, tees, everything you need. Again, that's WoodwardSports.com. Click shop.
What up, though? Welcome back to Whatever Waits Live on WoodwardSports.com. It's time to wrap up the show with Around the League NFL edition. Justin, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. I would like to ask the audience in the choir, who is your NFL team that's going to make the biggest jump in wins? Or your surprise team that will go from being a bottom feeder to a competing playoff team?
I think the Giants.
Whoa.
I think the Giants could make a really big jump. I had Jackson Dart so high. I think he's going to really turn out. And then Abdul Carter, I mean, I don't know. Jackson Dart to neighbors could be dangerous.
I'm not high on Jackson Dart personally. I think that he's a one-read type of guy.
I'm going to go. This might be cheating a little bit. I'm staying away from the NFC North. Everyone's riding the Bears. The Bears got just as hard a schedule as the Lions. Speaking of schedules, Giants got a tough-ass schedule, too. I don't know if you peeped that one out. I'm going to go Jacksonville Jaguars.
Oh, of course you are. Oh,
yeah.
My God.
Honestly, I think the division just like I love
Trevor Lawrence.
I love the pickups the Texans have made. They're making every move outside of offensive line, and that was their biggest fucking issue last year. It drives me insane. They just signed Nick Chubb. Sweet. Who's going to block for him, bud? You just trade Larry Tunsil for a fucking bag of peanuts.
Validation, baby. Come on. That's my team. Give me some.
Jags?
Yeah, give me some love. Come on. That's insane. We didn't talk about this pre-show. I didn't even tell him that I wanted to go around the NFL.
No, yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, he texted me back all day.
Yeah, I believe Jacksonville Jaguars are going to be that surprise team. I think that their regression was due to their lack of focus on offensive line. And they heavily invested in almost every single position on
offensive line.
The Jags.
Oh, yeah, Jags.
The Jags
did.
The Jags did. They did improve their offensive line. They got a nice two-headed monster in ETN and Tank. They added Travis Hunter to Brian Thomas Jr., who was already a stud his rookie year. And then that defense. I mean, you got Josh Allen and Travion Walker as your edges. They're nasty. Their cornerback room's solid. Yeah. I think that this is just like a blatant time where a team took a huge regression because they didn't address their needs. And everyone knew last year that the Jags needed offensive line help, and they didn't go get any. And then they saw what it did to them, and then this year they heavily invested in it. I am in on the Jacksonville Jaguars. I have a bet with Neil that on Christmas Day, when we come in to do the Lions shows, that if the Jacksonville Jags are in the hunt, they're on the graphic, and then I win the bet. If they're off the graphic, then I lose the bet.
It's a fair bet. I mean, that division is...
But that division blows.
Yeah, the division fucking sucks.
That division sucks. And I just think that Jacksonville is the best out of the worst. Mm-hmm. Like,
if I want to cheat, I could have said 49ers, but like
6 wins to 11 wins, that could be the 49ers for sure.
Yeah.
But that's a lame answer. Exactly, everyone expects them to do well. Like that's not fun.
That's why I didn't do
like
that
Spencer
one.
would say the Panthers. Like that's a good one.
Patriots, possibly. I'm kind of a Drake May guy. I
don't hate that.
I like the Patriots this year too.
I mean, Stephon Diggs on the boat. Guy's got the most riz I've ever seen in my life right now. So watch out. He might be bringing that to New England with them, and it might just be a great party time over there.
Yeah.
I don't know how much they'll ultimately win because he's a shit teammate. And
unquestionable aura.
8 to 9 wins maybe for the Patriots.
Yeah,
that's a pretty big leap.
Yeah, teams that would be a lame answer.
Too. I definitely could see because I like Drake May a lot.
I like Drake May too. The 49ers and Bengals were the teams I just were going to avoid in that situation. Giants got a tough-ass schedule, man. Did you pull it up, Luke?
Not yet. Let me look at it.
They got some dog. They got us. They got the Ravens. Obviously, they got to go through the Eagles twice, Commanders twice. What else you got?
Yeah, Giants are cooked. I retract my statement.
You saw it, yeah, dude.
Giants are cooked.
Everyone's hating on our Jags pick, easy.
I mean, they hate. Listen, we live in an era.
Yeah, you were getting chirped about believing in Trevor Lawrence still on a BDE today, but I'm right there with you. I still believe in Trevor Lawrence. I really do.
It's just it's crazy. Like the same people that want to jump up and down for Jared Goff about narratives and stuff like that are doing the exact same with every fucking buddy else.
I think there's definitely an extreme narrative on Trevor Lawrence.
It's crazy.
But Jared Goff has had 2 bad seasons in his career, though. His first year in the NFL and his first year with the Lions. That's 2 bad seasons in his career.
Well, I'm not saying that T-Law deserves to be in the same conversation as Goff.
Yeah, no,
Goff
we're saying narrative,
definitely
though.
A better quarterback than Trevor Lawrence. That's obvious. I'm not getting in that boat where everyone hates my guts because I say something incorrectly. But I do think that Trevor Lawrence still has a ton. He hasn't had an offensive line in 3 years. I just think that it's tough when you get put in that position, and I believe that with his weapons and them actually investing in their offensive line, I think that they should be able to take a leap because you have to remember this is 1 year removed from them being a wild card team.
And the organization's a shit show too.
Well, I like their new GM.
I like the new GM a lot actually.
He's a dog.
Yeah, that's a great point. Yeah, that's a kid from LA, 38-year-old.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Stop hating on Goff, Easy. How am I hating on Goff?
No one is hating on Goff.
I didn't even say anything. I didn't even make any type of statement, good or bad. I'm just saying people speak on narratives. Yeah, rage bait for sure. And again, I do like their GM. There might be something. What about Liam Cohen? I'm kind of nervous about him though.
I don't know. I kind of like him.
Yeah.
I think I like him.
You like him? I think he could be a good play caller, but I don't know head coach wise. If that makes sense.
We'll have to see. I liked him as a play caller. I think that he.
Gladstone,
but that's the question about every coordinator. Can they make that jump? So and I just think that when coaches come into situations like Jacksonville where they actually have established really solid players, I think that they have an opportunity to thrive, especially when they are in a terrible division like they're in. It's more about the path.
We have Travis Hunter.
Oh, I'm big on Travis Hunter.
Yeah.
I just think that I'm worried that he's too reliant on his athleticism because it's just so freakish and he could play off that in college. But him making the big play every time, that's something an NFL player does in college. So I just think that he's going to at least be a very good wide receiver 2 floor for Brian Thomas Jr.
I love Brian Thomas Jr.
And Brian Thomas Jr. already showed you last year he could be an elite dog. He can be the top dog.
Year 1 for that guy who was a developmental piece. This is why I went late in that draft, by the way. So, yeah, I'm a big Brian Thomas guy. What else you got around the league?
Well, I wanna talk about the signings that the Jags made on their offensive line because people in chat are unaware.
Okay.
They signed a guard, a center, a tackle. So they replaced their entire offensive line. They upgraded their entire offensive line. So I don't if you want to say the Jags don't have a good offensive line anymore, or they still don't have a good offensive line, I guess we'll see. I believe in Jacksonville. I think they're going to be really good. And they also addressed their cornerback room, added some depth with Jordan Lewis, who's a solid CB2 in the league. So I personally like their offseason. I like their new GM, and I think that he's building a very nice team there, especially when they have a veteran quarterback and they don't have to put in a rookie with a rookie head coach. That's brutality as an NFL team. But yeah, to continue going around the league, there's been a lot of talk about Tua. How do you feel about Tua?
Cooked.
Tua ought to retire.
I think obviously he's still going to provide what he can in this system when healthy. Long term, if you're trying to do anything with that, I'm talking about Super Bowl shit, dead it. It's
Yeah, he
not
just
happening.
doesn't have the longevity. He just gets
Not
hurt
happening.
every time. Like
Yeah.
I saw Warren Sharp like defending him on Twitter today, and he was like
I love
dropping
Warren
like
Sharp, too.
EPA and like all those advanced stats on how good Tua is. Yeah, Tua's great when he's healthy.
Yeah.
But like he just can't stay healthy. And
He
like
is,
like there's going to be like he's only a few
Yeah.
concussions away from retiring. Like let's be real. At this day and age, at how much money he's already made in his career, guaranteed money as well. There's no reason to just jeopardize your long-term like future over a couple more seasons in the NFL when you're already kind of cooked.
I feel like it's already jeopardized, you know?
Yeah.
How much worse can it get for him? As
Yeah.
bad as it sounds, like
It can always
that
get
dude's
worse.
And then they don't draft any offensive linemen with your early picks.
Yeah, that was kind of insane.
That's wild.
Yeah.
You have a guy that's on the brink of like
Kinda
maybe
threat,
they want it
right?
to happen so they get out of the contract. I don't know. Force a medical. I mean,
Still gets the guaranteed money though.
blows my fucking mind. I think Donovan Jackson was like, okay, they should probably get him. They didn't do anything. Luke?
I'm convinced that the Dolphins, like, someone paid them to get a hit out on Tua. Like, I don't understand how they don't draft us, like, any offensive line to help him. How many concussions is he at? Like 3?
Yeah, bad ones too.
Like 3 or 4? Like
They're not like casual. Like he's literally throwing up gang signs.
It's just not sustainable.
It's sad, honestly.
All right, last question. How are you feeling about the Cardinals? Are they finally going to take that jump?
No. The Kyler Murray experiment is over.
No.
Done.
Hard pass.
Too small. It's he's just not. It's not going to work at the NFL level. It's just not. All the shit in college, great. Can you make a play here and there? Great. Long term wise, for like the success of a franchise, no. Kyler Murray he's just not it. Just sounds disrespectful, but he's just too small.
I think that's fair. I do like their draft, and I don't. But like, there's the thing. Like, how much can you actually insulate him to actually make him a viable option at QB? I don't know if that Arizona has that level in there yet, but I mean, I do think that. I don't know. I think that he definitely is an NFL QB and will be on a roster no matter what. I'm not talking about that, but I just think that it's going to be extremely difficult for him to win high leverage games. Come playoff time, Super Bowl time. Like, I don't know if he's going to be able to take that type of jump.
That's where I'm out on him.
Like, I think that like if people would want Kyler Murray over Goff, they're insane.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm out on Kyler Murray.
I did like their draft though.
They did like the draft. Walter Nolan, Will Johnson, Jordan Birch.
Cody Simon.
Some fucking
gangs.
dogs, dude.
Yeah,
That's blue
fire.
chip potential on both those first two.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they
even
can-
Jordan Birch too, the kid from Oregon.
Yeah, they'll be fine when they eventually move off Kyler Murray, which I'm assuming in a year or two they will, because
Mhm.
they're going to realize they can't do anything. You're going to have a good defense. They're going to have it set up for someone to come in and be successful.
Mhm.
So, I mean, they're not buried, but
Yeah.
they are in trouble with the Kyler contract.
And we have a guy like that too that you kind of need to insulate a little bit, like unless you, which they are kind of doing actually. I'll give them credit to that. They're Brad Holmesing it with the draft picks, but unless you're Brad Holmesing it, like you're fucked. Well, you're paying a guy that much money, you can't insulate him for forever. Luckily, Lions are blessed with Brad Holmes, so we've done that. Luke, where you at with Kyler Murray before we get out of here?
I don't know. I just feel like he hasn't shown anything.
He's at every opportunity,
worth
man.
it. Like I don't know. His whole career has just kind of been mid. You know, like he's a good rushing quarterback, and I think that's all I can really say about him.
That's on the fucking money, dude.
Good early season quarterback, I would say too.
Yeah.
Cardinals always start hot, just completely flame out.
I just think I think like
It's
two.
the sustainability of his body. He just can't hold up.
He can almost only win one way with him.
Yeah.
You know?
You got to play that backyard football style. And
Yeah.
it's just not. It's not reliable. It depends
It's
on
not
how well
sustainable.
he's playing. Like, he has to be playing well for it to work. Like, and it's just he doesn't play well enough consistently.
I'm gonna give a quick shout out here.
Let's go.
Fire up, Chips, Justin, your best friend and cousin, Zach McKinstry with the triple.
That's your cousin?
No, I'm just kidding. It's
because he
went
goes to
Western. I'm just
Central.
Western. But
or he went to Central.
Yeah, Zach McKinstry
shout out Zach
triple,
McKinstry. I
and
love Zach
Wenzel
McKinstry.
Perez with a sack fly to give the Tigers the 1-0 early lead. Brant
Oh, yeah.
Herder just hit a batter, but before that he had a good first inning. So
Craig says Murray over Dak. I'm not even a Dak guy. I'm taking Dak over Murray 10 times out of 10. Well, 7 times out of 10. How's that? Dak's like
I'd
literally.
take Dak over Murray.
Yeah, there's just no. The Murray stuff's not going to work out.
He's just Murray with a little less mobility and a bigger frame.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart Josh Allen.
He's like grown up
Yeah.
Kyler Murray. you know?
Yeah.
He's the Ben Roethlisberger of Josh Allen's.
Well, your generation does that fucking. It's just a mind-melding thing to go through. I hate it. I hate those.
Spencer
They're
taught me
funny,
how
but
to do
I
them.
fucking hate them.
Yeah, they're annoying as hell, but Spencer taught me how to do good ones.
They put
Shout
you
out
in
to Spencer.
a rabbit hole and loophole. You just, yeah. Now, see, you're doing it to me right now. All right, guys, we are out of here. Spinning will be back tomorrow, as well as Chris. If you guys want specific topics talked about, it's that time of the year. Send them in. Send them on Twitter. Matter of fact, I meant to read some stuff you guys sent me on Twitter today from the one post.
Follow me on Twitter.
Follow Justin on Twitter.
Hopefully.
Follow Nick on Twitter. We plugged Woodward Wings. Check out Woodward Tigers. If you guys missed a little Matthew Broder action, former Michigan D1 pitcher, with our guy, beat reporter Nick Kohloff, who's a dog himself.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, check out Woodward Tigers. Episode 2 was up. It went up this weekend. Got kind of lost in the sauce, but it was a really good episode. A lot of information. A lot of great breakdowns. And you guys know and love Broder. He's the best, so check it out.
Also, our guy, Skywalker, Luke. Check out his OnlyFans at Skywalker_69.
It's discounted till Friday.
Till Friday. Promo code Woodward 1000. We're out of here. Love you guys.
Peace.